Sean.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. My name is Kevin. I will be your host for the evening for this game of Rifts, where things will probably explode or get eaten.
Expletin'.
But we're going into a town, Kevin. Why are things going to explode?
Some towns are worse than the forest.
I'm very excited for this town.
So, let's go around and introduce ourselves, starting traditionally with Jovra.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I play Jovra, an Atlantean artifact hunter who has a best friend, familiar, Zarsig, little dragon.
All right. Thank you. Up next is Iola.
Hi, I'm Kate. I play Iola. She's a half fairy, does a little bit of magic and steals shit. And charms people.
Real well.
All right, and hello.
Hello. My name is Maxine Bachman, and I play Hello.
Thank you. Up next is
Sorry, my phone went off. And I play the SciTech Eco Traveler, who is apparently married and possibly very dead. We don't know.
I like that part.
Possibly very dead.
Super fucking dead.
Maybe. All right. Okay. Harkins.
Hi, I'm Sean, also known as Throt Plays, and I'm playing Harkins, the APOC / Psy Slinger, who doesn't really know which one's powers he gets on any given day at the moment, and so that's fun.
You get the powers you get.
I know.
One's on your sheet.
I know. Are there
All
more
of
on there
them.
that I missed?
Did you? I didn't add any.
I'll go add some. Okay, sweet.
Okay,
I was just trying to
controls
add some
gravity.
mystery, Kevin. Damn it.
You just
Damn
don't know
it.
who you are. That's mysterious enough.
Yeah.
Well, you're redefining who you are. Okay.
The
I'm
Ace
reinventing myself.
Slinger. The
Oh,
Ace
okay.
Slinger.
ASAPOC. I like that. Yeah.
The Ace Slinger.
I
There you
like
go.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is now.
Cypoc. All right.
SciPoc sounds so fucking cool.
Actually,
That
SciPoc
sounds
is-
fucking-
SciPoc
that sounds
is-
fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
no, that's it. It is,
Sounds
I'm now
fucking
calling
cool.
myself a SciPoc from now on.
Make a new class, Kevin. You know the system well enough. SciPoc.
All right. And Jericho Jack.
Hello, I am Evan. I am playing Jericho Jack. He is a human mercenary with a big metal arm and the coolest motorcycle on the Rifts planet. Kevin said it was official. Also, he is the leader of
No,
the Iron
no,
Riders.
still not the
That's a
leader.
hard no.
And
That's
it. And
a whole lot of
Still
no right there.
not.
let's get,
Yeah.
now that we're all on the same page, let's
No.
get in the game.
Actively disbelief.
I spend
love
my
how you
action to
think you're gonna-
disbelieve.
I love how you think you're gonna pull that over on us one night.
No, I'm just gonna meme it into existence. I'm just gonna keep pushing it until anybody else who hears is like, yeah, Jack, I associate him with leader because he just keeps saying it. It's just repetition. That's all it is.
No. Sorry. Sorry.
Merci.
So, previously on Lost. Not on Lost. Much
Previously
better show.
on Lost.
Okay, so the group had discovered was looking for hints about Hello's past and had discovered a base where she had formerly worked, apparently, in her memories that she had recovered. All of these things are in quotes for pretty much every proper noun. And had found their way into the base where they discovered a man living and talked to him briefly, where Hello found out more and more about her. About the person that was Eve Westbrook. Also, I don't know that I mentioned it, but Eve's full name is Evangeline.
Oh, I love
Aw.
it. Oh, now I have to write
Like
that down.
Evangeline Lilly from Lost. Yeah, right. Okay, we're still on this whole Lost
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, I was thinking Neon Evangeline.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Neon
the anime. So-
Genesis Evangelion. Yes.
Yeah.
Evangelion.
Whatever. I've never watched
I'm
it.
gonna be Dub. How do I spell my own name?
The best you
hand-
can.
Okay, cool.
As long as you can pronounce it, that's what matters to me. And
Cool.
discovered parts of the old Oh, Nerdy Teddy, I wanted to watch this. What's it about? You've been on it.
Who knows though? What is it ever about, Kevin?
It
But at this
changes.
point,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
discovering the truth of Hello's existence and discovered that she had worked on the original glitter boys, which were referred to back in the day as chromium guardsmen, and were working on a project to use distance to pilot them, remote piloting with enough skill to be able to counteract any lag or whatnot, and had been making strides shortly before the apocalypse hit. And but had found the ruins of her armor named Melody, and was broken up about the loss of that and the revelation that she had once been married, but discovered a suit of armor called a Little Brother, which is a man-sized armor. It's just like armor, but it also looks just like a glitter boy. It does not have the gigantic cannon, but does have other armaments on it, which I have sent Maxine. I've put as handouts, if you would like to look, because I forgot to get that to you earlier. I apologize. You named that Harmony, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Then the group traveled towards the city of Char, the ruins of Charlotte, North Carolina, where they met the Arclight Brigade and Lord Jojo S'mores out as
Ew.
as Jericho was looking to relieve him of his life after getting some information.
More so the information. The life was just sort of a bonus.
Yeah, turns out Jojo S'mores had known Jericho Jack for much longer than anyone else. And both of them had left their organization and gone rogue. Why do I write? Every now and then I write a note and then I try to remember it back. Lala Knight?
Never works.
No, Lala Knight. Oh, Allah Knight. Why did I write that?
Allah, like as in reference to a?
Yeah, but why would I? Never mind. Not important. However, Jericho Jack did discover that his squad had been attacked under the order of a Commander Carpenter and an elite squad known as Black 62.
Great name.
Yeah, it really is. Good bad guy group. Good bad guy group.
Yeah.
I super want to kill them.
A color and some numbers.
And had been personally shot by a sniper named Colette, and had been partially exploded by an EOD specialist, which is an explosives specialist named Daphne.
Hence my beautiful figure.
Let's see.
Oh, and by the way, we all found out that Jericho Jack used to be part of the coalition.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Just, FYI.
But we
I
also
haven't
found
forgotten.
out that the coalition are super good guys and everything
Nope.
is okay.
Nope.
Which is why
Yeah,
I
that's-
left them after being shot by them.
They're
That's
the
a
fucking worst.
It's debatable who is the worst.
The Fuchsia 4. It even works for the
What,
Fuchsia.
me or coalition? I think coalition's a little worse than me.
No, you, yes, but like the Splugorth.
Oh.
There.
Spulgore.
Different. I feel like they're just different. I don't feel like one's worse. I feel like they're just different.
I feel like
different.
Splugorth's clearly worse. But anyway. So, as you left, you were headed towards Char. Merlin was your guide, and he told you as you headed into Char to get real secure, get your eyes on, because Char is a city in the fact that it is a bunch of buildings. It is more like a tribal area where instead of like loincloths, there's cybernetic eyes and arms. It's
Where
bunches of
loincloths
city
should
rats.
go?
Yes,
Like
they
where
wear
loincloths are,
cybernetic
there's
arms as
cybernetic
underwear.
eyes and
That's
Instead of the
correct.
technology level being flint axes and loincloths, it is instead vibro knives and cyber
They're
armor.
techno-tribesmen.
Techno tribesmen.
Well,
They
like,
are in fact called city rats. They are hackers, they are gangers, they are bad people.
Oh, that was the girl that Iola
Lily
dumped
Bravo
coldly.
was also a city rat. City rats
Broke the
vary
heart of.
between level of
yeah, no, I really didn't. She's like, it was like 2
Yeah,
days.
she didn't give a
Fine.
shit. Yeah.
Peace.
It's
Well,
like,
she
bro.
gave a shit. She just didn't want to like.
Oh, you did. So she went home and cried a little. She definitely cried a little bit.
Well,
Like-
yeah, but like, anyway.
It's
Mitchell.
okay. Kate thought it was hilarious. Iola felt really bad.
And Lily felt bad that Iola felt bad. So,
Yeah.
okay, so Char is a bunch of
Toxic
gangs, he tells you, and says that like they will trade with anybody, literally anybody. And Splugorth have been known to occasionally, not often, frequent the area. Though, you know, with the Splugorth, you can never tell if it's going to be a slaver squad come to claim as many people as they can and drag them back for sale, or if they're there to like try to do some bargain.
But we know that the people of Char will trade with anybody.
Most people will trade
So-
with anybody in Char. Char is not a good place. He says
So
it's,
there, yeah.
Char is run by the guild mostly, but it's more like a bunch of bad like leaders who've just decided not to try to kill each other.
Yeah, it's more lucrative that way.
Yeah, that's what they all came down to. I mean, there's Roma's. Roma's is kind of the middle of town, and Roma's is the spot in Char. It's run by a giant named Roma Coque, Coquu. I don't know how you'd pronounce that.
Coke.
Wait.
Yeah, but there's too many people with that last name.
Coapa.
Roma. Or just go Roma. You'll know her because she's going to be the one with a single eye and 13 feet tall.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh. I saw someone try to start a fight once, and then I saw them go flying. She basically used her spoon like a baseball bat. It was hilarious, but also terrible. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Roma will deal with anybody. It's the best place to get food. It's open all the time. There's a heart clinic. There's a couple of cyber docs. There's a couple of cyber snatchers. But if you're looking for something, someone might know either where to sell it or have a contact that could get you information on who to sell it to. Well, now we're coming through the Steel Tree Forest, which is a forest of massive trees that are MDC metals. It's kind of got a bluish sheen, and as you walk through, you see like these massive 50-foot tall trees that just gorgeous blue leaves.
Bunk, bunk,
Are you-
bunk.
It's wood all the way through. It's solid wood, except it's also MDC.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a couple of
okay.
things that eat specifically the berries from them. Those, like, you see some beautiful blue metal sheen birds. And he's like, those birds there, they eat it, and they eat the seeds of it, and it gives them kind of a special quality. Some wizards like to take them as familiars.
Yeah, can I have one of those?
I mean, you could probably buy one. I think someone trains them there.
Cause you said I couldn't have a dinosaur. So can I have one of those?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
The head of the group.
I'm about.
I was on the bike with
how
Jack.
big are these birds?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Sorry, I had to. It was right there.
I'm not gonna ask Jovra until I get a yes from Jack, and then I'll ask Jovra.
I want to know how big the birds are.
Phasers are 18 to 20 inches, weigh about 12 pounds, which is heavy for their size because they're made of metal.
Mm-hmm. Is there one like? How high up are they? Are there any that are like within a reasonable range that I can really like get a good look at them?
Yeah, well, especially with your cybernetic eye. They are beautiful. Their feathers are moved, but have like a sharpness to them.
Yeah, I'll get you one. And I pull out my shotgun.
No,
and
don't
I
you
go-
dare kill that thing! No, you freaking dare! I want one as a pet, not as
I'm not
a.
gonna kill it. I'm just gonna clip its wing. Then you can keep it and hang around with it forever.
The second you pull out your shotgun, a bunch of them just like fly off.
Oh, I know what that looks like then. I want to put my shotgun away.
They know a sudden action.
Hey,
Um,
Jovra,
Two of them stay behind, but then they both fly off as well.
Jovra,
Yes.
can I have one?
Oh.
Well, if they are designed to have that sort of bond, then I don't see why not.
Okay, cool.
Now you just need to find someone who will sell them.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a thing.
What are
Go
they
catch
called
one.
again?
Easers, Azhures. They aren't really suitable for consumption, but make excellent familiars and hunting companions.
How do you eat them if they're fucking hard as steel?
That's why they are terrible to eat.
Oh, I thought you said they're really good for consumption.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
There is
That makes a
also-
lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Where's the steel hooves? There's also another beast that he mentions, though you haven't seen one, and he says it's probably because you're moving as loud as you are, called the iron hooves, which are just enormous dinosaur-headed kind of plant eaters that eat parts of like small branches of steel trees. And he says they have like weird horns coming off their head, and their teeth can crush anything he's ever seen, and they have a weird tongue that kind of wraps around it and dissolves it. It's weird.
Can you send a picture of that just whenever you get a chance?
Yeah,
us
that'll,
in the
during the
Discord?
break I'll cut out a picture of them. They
Okay.
are kind of crazy looking, and I like them. But they have weird knuckles. They got like gigantic clawed knuckles. It's strange. He's like, now the gangs, the Vipers are the main gang right now, but the Gearheads come up and down. But none of them is as big as a gang as the Operators Union. If any of y'all do specialty mechanical work, I would not recommend doing any for pay without registering with them.
Looks over at Hello. And then goes, no, I don't think we'll have a problem.
All right, but they do good work. Like you'll get what you pay for. But they're they're a gang as much as a union.
Do they fuck with you if you're trying to repair your own equipment?
Nah, but
All right.
they offer better prices and more skill. But it'll probably take you a week to do 3 of them. For the right price, I'll get it done in a day. And I wouldn't let them see that new shininess, because
They'll steal it.
I don't know if they'll steal it, but they might make some offers, and I don't know how long you plan on being in this town. It probably shouldn't be long. So I can get the supplies in about 5 hours. But I think y'all wanted to sleep here. There's one hotel where we'll be safe, run by there's 2 hotels. There is one run by the Vipers, which I would not recommend unless you like sleeping with your gun pointed at the guy next to you.
I mean,
If that guy's
Yeah.
Jack, I do that already.
yeah, I already do that. Yep.
Yes, this is hilarious.
Oh, I'd like to, not stay there.
But yeah, there's another one. Let me. I wrote down the name of it, and he goes through a bunch of things. There it is, all the way at the end. Communities in Dino Swamp. Void Flux. Nope. Nope. See, there's a million notes, and I did not bookmark it well enough. This is on me. I apologize.
We live in a world of a million notes.
City of Char.
Mhm.
Little place on Char. Roma's is the main one. I mentioned that. Chop shops, augment parts. There's a clinic, like a straight up heart clinic. The Wayside Inn is the nicest building in town, and owned and staffed by the Myers family. And then there's the Night's Rest. I would not recommend the Night's Rest. And there's a stable if you need. That's if you're looking to pick up a bird, go to the stable. Let's see.
If I was looking to find a person.
What?
If I
Oh,
was
person?
looking to find a person.
Roma's is where everybody comes through, so they've been through Roma's if they've been there. Also, none of y'all have a problem with mutant animals, right? Just making sure.
I hold up my shock puppy.
I know, but I meant like dog boys kill cats.
No.
A lot of
No.
it's a lot of ex-coalition find their way out here.
Funny, you mentioned that. Looks over at Jack.
I don't look back.
But-
I feel your eyes, cowboy.
Okay. So yeah, as you continue going through, you start seeing
What's the
you-
what's the safe hotel, Merlin?
it was the Wayside.
Yeah.
Wayside's
you.
gonna cost you about 25 tonight.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Let's
The
get
night's
it
rest
done.
will cost you about 3, but you'll probably end up losing at least 10
That's all right.
Wait,
from robbery.
They'll steal you. They'll
Oh,
steal from you.
okay.
Basically, it's a place on the floor too.
all right.
Fuck
It's
that.
they rent it by the foot.
Oh, well, that's
Oh.
ridiculous.
You know, some people that's all they got. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this picture right here. Move it to another layer. There we go.
Okay.
Move
So-
you to another layer.
So as you come in, you go to a little bluff overlooking the town, which might not have existed before. I haven't been to Charlotte. You
Pretty
but
flat.
tectonic movements.
Yeah.
Plenty of things. You see just basically what the ruins of a city, and in the heart of the ruins of that city, you can see what looks to be torchlights leading up to a bunch of buildings in the middle of town, are about 5-6 stories high, clearly made of mega damage materials, and a tarp stretches between them in kind of like the heart of town. And he says that underneath that tarp is Roma's.
All right. So if I
Alright, and as
understand
you-
this, we need to go to Roma's to find who you're looking for, Iola. And then the wayside is where we'll be staying the night.
Yep.
All right.
Now, Merlin, when it comes to our vehicles, how do we?
Wayside's
just
got a
have to s-
garage.
Is it safe?
I mean, Wayside's guarded. The Myers
Alright.
family keeps it well guarded,
All right, good.
as much as
that's
they
what
can.
wanted
I
to
mean,
know.
if a group like you wanted to get something from there, you'd get it.
Yeah, but we want to just make sure so things stay in there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
As you guys are all headed into town, you see blips on your radar approach, and he says, "Now, if you see a group bigger than us, maybe we should light ourselves up, because a show of force might back them off more." And occasionally on your radar, you're seeing like small groups on hover bikes fly past, not like directly through your line of vision, but like across the edges of your, like within 500 feet of you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're clearly scoping you out. It's the kind of behavior where like a group
I'd-
comes into town and everyone else wants to see if
I
they're
have my
easy prey.
shotgun. Yeah, I have my shotgun out and just ready, kind of resting on my other handlebar as I'm driving.
I would still be below talking to Harmony and kind of putting my own little tweaks on her.
Gotcha.
That means I'm driving.
The way is pretty well cleared. A lot of the buildings used to not be MDC. There was a couple huge corporations that had MDC buildings in the heart of the tech part of town that got, destroyed. But everything else kind of either got mowed down or cleared out of the way. It's like in Fallout when you walk and you see a bunch of like houses, except if every now and then there's just tank tracks through the middle of a house. You see giant animal prints that looks like someone might move cattle through. You see clearly what is depressions that mean hover things have been passed and blown things like in a specific kind of pattern. And you see boot prints of two big mechs and a lot of armor. This area is traversed. And as you come into the edges of town, you see the tarp and Roma's. As there is like a he says, let's go if you got equipment, let's go to the Wayfair first.
Yeah.
All right.
And you
Let's
go
go
to the
park our
Wayfair.
stuff.
There is a 3-story parking garage
Hey.
and 4 stories of hotel left.
Hey.
Hey.
The rest of it has clearly been re-roofed, as it used to be a much taller building.
Respect.
It looks like it got cut off at kind of an angle too. So there's like a
Cool.
couple floors on 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are
Couple
like the
rooms on
fucking.
7.
Oh my god, I love it. The penthouse suite where you can just see. They
Yeah.
turned the destroyed wall into like a window, and you just look
Yeah.
out. Fucking A.
This is the nicest place in Char, but also going through, you see, as you start to see a more populated area of town, you see people in rags, you see people with all kinds of goods just out on the street, you see people who have all kinds of weird fish one guy who was just selling what look like purple octopus tentacles, except instead of suckers, they have spines.
Oh, like a vampire octopus.
Apparently.
Nope. I
That's
never
a-
want to
that's
meet
a-
whatever that is.
Okay, let me find you a picture because it's real.
And you can get some street food, street cart meat. And there is a guy with a legit hot dog cart.
Nope.
And there is
Real hot dogs?
Probably purple tentacle sucker vampire hot dogs.
Do you want to go and talk to the guy at the hot dog cart?
No, I just curious.
It's a Nathan's hot dog cart
Is it made out of Nathan?
with the green and yellow umbrella.
Really? It's like the whole like the because
The
I know what
whole-
Nathan's is. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Like you would see in New York or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
In
a-
any rest stop between
Nathan.
Chicago and New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. with the green and yellow umbrella.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a human serving hot dogs from what you can see from a distance.
Hmm.
I am
As you move through, you see bits of things. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yep, that's...
nope, nope,
yeah.
nope, nope, nope. Gotta know about that. Gotta know about how do we
Yeah,
click off?
octopus.
Okay.
Just
Told
alien.
you.
Okay. Yep.
They're
Cool.
they're super cute though. They have cute
They
little
are
faces.
cool.
If you
I'm
look at
kind of-
them, let me send you another picture where they're
Yeah, because that's just the butthole. That's not the face.
Well, that is the face, actually, but...
That
that's
is
not
the
true.
face of
head.
death. That is the face of death. If that comes at you, you know your time is done. We were just shared a picture, by the way, and I'll just put it up here on. I can't look at it again. I'm sorry, actually, I can't actually. Look
That's
at
I
it.
love how you could
Yeah.
put a picture of like a furless
Yeah.
Furby.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, but you can't share that.
The furless Furby isn't terrifying to me.
Make sure you share the second one I posted because
Oh,
that
that's
shows you
cute.
their
Look at
little
that.
faces.
Look at
They're
that
Okay,
very,
that's actually
they're
super
very
cute.
But if you look, you can still see the fucking teeth spine that it's like peeking out, like it's
Yeah.
waving at you, but it will kill you.
I want to get contact lenses like that. Just
Yeah,
saying.
like
Just one big
glassed
blue,
over.
Yeah.
I will.
a Fremen-looking eye. Okay.
Vampire squids. Sorry, they're not octopuses. They're squids.
Next time I come on, guys, my new character will be this octopus squid, and I'll just have like big bulgy eyes.
A flying
Just get
octopus
goggles.
squid.
Yeah.
Flying vampire squid.
There
There's
you
like
go.
8 ways to do that in Rifts. So,
Are we going to buy a hot dog?
Hello.
you can if no, there's a guy selling lightly used weapons.
I thought you were gonna say lightly used hot dogs.
Same.
I just sort of popped him in my mouth, popped him back out.
Yeah, just a little
Why?
taste test. Little taste test.
Like
fine.
they use gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find like there's vendors for all kinds of weird shit, and you see some of the biggest ones are parts vendors and metal vendors and services cleaning, and you see one that sells weapons made of the steel wood. Steel tree, what is it called? The steel tree emporium? Let me look.
I actually wonder how good those would be at steaking vampires.
Oh, they're a thing. There's Vigo's Firearms, which is
Hello,
Known
I
for
am
its-
Vigo.
Vigo's Firearms is known for its SDC hunting rifles, which are
Come on,
the
Ghostbusters.
best balanced and most perfect SDC weapons. There is Techno Wizards.
So they're useless?
No,
What
they're
the
great for
fuck?
if you're killing deer or other small dinosaurs.
And then if you want to just get wrecked by any other living creature.
Where is it? Stumps, Steel Tree, Forge, and Wares.
The store is called Stumps.
Yes.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
I would like to go there and buy a couple of steaks.
Okay, you go there and is there a reason they call him Stump? Let me look real quick.
Because he's stumpy. Because he's
I think he might have a single hand.
in
or is
his
that just-
his attempt to cut metal trees, he lost multiple limbs.
Yeah, Stump has one arm, and in a world of people with like bionic limbs,
And that's it.
he is not one of them. He's
Yeah.
clearly from a kind of barbarian-looking tribe, but has set up a nice shop here. And he goes, "Hey, welcome in.
Yeah,
How you been?"
good. I saw that you had I saw those trees on the way in and see that you make stuff out of them.
"Oh yeah, I'm the finest craftsman of them known.
I am
If some people don't appreciate that."
I have a nasty habit of running into vampires in my line of work.
Well, it must not be that nasty. Still here.
Well, I'm nastier than they are.
Well, that's the thing.
But I'm wondering,
Yeah.
how good of a steak does that sort of wood make?
I mean, you want an empty steak? I'll get you an empty steak.
I'm
mean,
just
basically
wondering.
a dagger.
Is it any better? Do you know if
I
it would
ain't
do
never
the job
put
any
it
better?
in a vampire. It's wood.
How much would it cost?
Let's see.
How much wood would a wood steak cost if a wood steak were
Now you looking for something to bounce like a throwing dagger, or just like?
I'm
a cutting
looking
dagger?
for. I just pull out a steak and I show it to him, and I'm like,
Oh hell! I mean, that ain't just a chunk of wood. I'll let you have a chunk like that for 100. I'd make you an arrow for 100.
I don't shoot a bow. Do those
Well,
make good
I don't know
bullets?
So that was actually going to be my question as soon as you were done is, can I get a bunch of little ones in shotgun shells and boom, and just fucking scatter shot at vampires?
Yeah.
Now the thing
that's-
is, I ain't good at pressing shells. I ain't ever shot. I ain't a gun guy.
Let me ask you a question.
You know, I got a whip though, real good whip.
Okay, so let me ask you a question in the realm of something that
have
we
a
would
whip?
use.
Yeah, I got a steel tree whip.
I
Doesn't make
look
a
at
damage.
over.
Yep. Around
Stay on target. Stay on
6 feet
target.
long. He pulls it out and it is beautiful and light blue, like kind of glowing, and like it's. And he says, "I got a piece of MDC metal over there that I show people what with. So if one of you could go set that up and then like move away from it,
All right.
thank you."
I would like to test the whip.
I want to go to there.
Now I don't know you. I see you got a whip. So you know what you're doing with a whip? Okay, I believe you. So we're all gonna back away a bit just in case it's for sure. All right.
She hasn't
and-
actually proved it to any of us yet, though.
Yeah, I don't.
When-
So,
Except really.
so he pulls out
It
an
was it?
MDC shield made of this and puts it in front of him.
I
Is it-
stand behind him.
Yeah. Now he says, they tend to be. Now the thing is, okay, yeah, here, give it a go. So you get this big whip. It feels just like a good leather whip, and the action on it, you can see the armor that he hits, or the armor that you hit, it does mega damage against.
I don't have a whip like this.
Yeah, you don't. I sell 1,000. That whip, I'll give you 1,000. I will warn you, I will not replace it. They ain't the cheapest, but they tend to break off in little pieces over time. It's not gonna last you forever. But I'm gonna last forever. So you need another, you can come see me.
I like his bravado.
Yeah, you see his like salesmanship, and him lasting forever seems to be a bit of a boast.
Yeah.
He's like, I can make you a bigger one, I can make you a smaller one, but that one looks right about size for a lady your height. Now, it's good against armor, but if you can hit like against other things, it does more. It's a little more effective, much like a normal whip. A little more effective on flesh. So like you run up against some kind of like coalition robot, it's gonna do about the same as a dagger. You run up against like a dinosaur, it's gonna do the same as a short sword.
Sounds like a good deal.
Try it out.
Nice thing to have in your back pocket, just in
And-
case.
And now I got this thing here. Lasts easy a year use easy. Matters how hard you're on it.
I like this one. 1,000, you said?
Yeah, it's just 1,000. That's all.
He's cute.
I will take it.
Excellent. It's great doing business with y'all. You know what? I'll throw in one of these steaks for free, and he hands you just like a He goes back. He goes back into his workshop. Comes back, but it looks like he just like chopped it off a piece of a stump.
Yeah.
He's like, here's the purest steak you can get.
All right. I grab it
Could,
and I actually replace one of my steaks because it looks cool and I want the shiny bit out front.
It's like shiny blue.
Yeah.
Can I get a?
The
could
steak
I-
will do 1d4 damage to armor
Okay.
to MDC things, but will do the same amount as a wooden stake to vampires.
Okay.
So it's extra useful if a vampire is wearing armor and you
Yeah.
didn't know.
Could I get a couple of wood chips? Small. And I pop out one of the I don't even know how the guns work. I pop out, I assume, one of the shells from my shotgun.
He's like,
And like something that could fit in there. Like I'll remove the ball bearings. Or remove the buckshot
I mean,
and just
okay.
throw in these, repack it up. Like coin shot for a shotgun.
Yeah, what it is though, it's not going to be as good as an MDC metal,
But for vampires.
but for vampires, okay. So it will
That's
do-
all that this would literally be like 5 shells that I would only use if another vampire tries to fuck my brain.
Let's say I'll give you 5 of those anti-vampire specific shells that will do the same damage against vampires as you would in a normal round, but you only have 5. And he's like, I can get those together for you for about 300.
Done.
Dude.
Now, what these are really good for is introducing toxin to systems. If you got a toxin on them on a tough beast, but y'all don't look like that's really your thing.
Not
But
a
if you
monster
wanna,
hunter.
Now, here's another thing: these things are never like.
Man hunter.
Yeah. No, if you
That
want,
show's
like,
amazing. I'm sorry.
you want a throwing hatchet, I can put together a throwing hatchet for you real quick. You want a big honking warhammer, I'll get you that too.
I don't think that's really any of our style.
Yeah, I don't know. Why? Maybe the reason it's not, so you've never been here.
Maybe. Iola, you want a warhammer?
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Well,
But your stuff is cool.
thank you. You do see plate armor and bark armor, which look absolutely awesome. And he says, now some mages seem to like it because it doesn't really interfere with the magics in the way that metal armor tends to. But
That's you.
God bless you, somebody. Yeah.
that was my wife, my lovely wife.
You
How
have
much
been
is the armor
blessed.
gonna cost?
So now it matters how much you're looking for because it does get pricey. If you're looking for twig armor, which isn't too great, let's see, it's going to be about up to 4,000 credits for a whole suit of leaf armor, which is kind of just put together. I can give you a whole suit which has about like 20 MDC on it, and gives you bone is real good for hiding in the woods for about 4,000.
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Yeah. It's the armor. If you're looking for the good armor, that'll run you $1 or $2.
What's
I just
special?
got this fixed, so
What's special about the good armor?
The good armor is my time and skill. It is. Let's see. All suits inflict a movement penalty of 30%. Oof. It's basically, I sold this to a couple of people who came through from a rift. They understood plate armor. They did not understand EBA, which I don't like. EBA it makes me feel like I'm in a tin can that someone's shaking real hard. But them nuts looking dudes walked off with their mighty swords and their tabards, real fancy looking and shining blue. And they came back at least twice. So that's a word of plus for it.
Because that means they lived.
Yeah, but I'm looking at y'all's, and y'all's pretty well decked.
Yep. Well, thanks. And I leave.
All right. Have a good one now.
Yeah. All right, let's go get this stuff dropped off.
All right. You check into the Myers Hotel. Hello, welcome. Yes, we have some rooms. All right, we'll put it in the garage. All right, they open up the garage.
We
The
didn't even say
garage
anything
is
to that
shuttered.
person.
Just moving quickly because it's you see there are a couple of partial cyborgs just hanging out in the lobby. There's 2 partial cyborgs hanging out in the lobby of this hotel that are well armed, looked like practiced combatants.
Now, concerning this. I got a little distracted when you started talking about magical wood. And I was resting on
I
a
get
joke the whole
distracted by
time,
that
and then
too,
I forgot about it. I forgot about the joke. But something that I wanted to say was, can I make any kind of roll, or is there anything I can roll to basically the minute he walked in here, Jack's been like head on a swivel, like paranoid that he's gonna see somebody who recognizes him, and I want to see them first.
All right, give me.
Is there a roll for that?
There's a couple of things. Let's look at your skills and see if you've got anything. Intelligence will work, or military etiquette. ID undercover agent will give you a good bit. I'm trying to think what other skills exist.
Or do I have
Intelligence is kind of the skill for this. Military etiquette works.
I have pretty good military etiquette, so let me look for that, because that I think would make more sense, because I'd want to be not looking for people who have escaped. I want to be looking for people who are still, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe find somebody who's pretending or something like that. I don't know. Anybody that I notice is like taking a shine to me or notices me, but I'll roll military etiquette.
Okay. Let me get on the correct tab to see what you roll.
Once I got a 5.
Okay, so you see that the two of the headhunters were clearly have some coalition training.
Fuck.
But they look much rougher. They look like maybe they used to be coalition. They clearly are not currently like keeping up the military level.
Okay.
Yeah. And they as your group comes through, they are clearly giving everybody the eye, but they don't seem to draw on you or anything. They don't like demand you leave weapons anywhere. They're clearly looking at you knowing you're capable of trouble, but they don't seem to have any extra interest in you.
Okay, good. That's what I want.
You can tell.
That's perfect.
Like, but you can tell they keep their weapons sharp, but they are not in, like, they would not pass next month's physical, you know?
Okay, yeah.
But their systems are a little unknown. So, judging on what cybernetics they have, if that matters or not.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Going to our rooms, or are we just dropping stuff off in the garage?
If you'd like to go to separate rooms and talk about things, that is up to you. If you'd like to not talk about things and head immediately to Roma's, that's also fine.
Let's go take care of your business. Oh, what'd you say?
I would like to refill my snacks.
Yes.
You know, things are just
Who has goldfish now?
important.
You're not finding too much. You are finding a lot of like freshly prepared foods. Does not seem to be a lot of manufacturing happening around here. So a lot of it is street foods.
Do they have dried good rations?
Yeah, like
not really.
Chex-Mix or something.
I mean, yeah, you can get like Gorp. There's a guy selling Gorp by the pound. Gorp is granola, oatmeal, pretzels, and raisins.
Hippie food.
It's good shit, actually.
Gorp.
I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that.
I like me some Gorp.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that. Just so that I have something in case we need it, but I'll definitely be looking for.
How many pounds of Gorp do you buy from this Gorp provider? Because he seems to have an abnormal amount of Gorp.
What's his name? What does he look like? What does he sound like? These are the 3 things I must know, because you have just created a new profession, Gorp provider, and I must know the details of
he looks like the guy who has
Welcome.
hiked the Appalachian Trail for the last 30 years.
Nice.
His just
Does he have that leathery skin?
Leathery skin, big
leathery
bushy beard, which starts kind of white around or kind of yellow, and that's kind of white, and then kind of gets kind of yellow again. Kind of unkempt, but has like the woodsman's hat of like the flaps down and the little brim, and definitely wearing a flannel shirt, wearing cargo shorts. And you can see
He's a hipster.
Under his pants and his shirt is like a very thin armor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely carrying at least 3 pistols on him.
His
And
class
he
is definitely
he is missing
vagabond.
one eye, but has not replaced it with anything, so he's got an eye patch on.
Yes. Yes.
Well, they call me Old Pappy.
Yes.
Can I just comment that that is the most Portland thing you have ever described in a game?
What the hell's a Portland?
This is for Kevin.
No. Old Pappy.
Shut up, old Pappy. This is for Kevin.
No, but the thing is, Old Pappy in Portland is putting it on. Well, maybe. You never know with Portland.
Okay.
No.
Is his class the drifter? The vagabond?
He definitely eyeballs all the fellas.
Oh, yes, I knew it.
There's
we
a class called
found
Vagabond,
one.
for those who don't know, whose only power is eyeball a fella. And, yeah. I mean, he's clearly giving everyone the eyeball. The stick eye. He's this old, like, leathery skin. Just like, yep, I got a whole bunch of gorp. I know where to find it. I know how to put it in a bag, and I know how to give it to people.
Do you find it naturally growing out there?
I ain't telling you.
Are you
go to
with
my
me?
farm.
Where are the gorp bushes, old man?
Wait, Jack, are you with me? I was doing this while
Sure.
everybody was. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that works.
I'll die before you, I tell you.
Son of a bitch.
His
now
eye narrow and his hand kind of drops below the table.
Don't
Alright,
shoot first.
I don't
Don't
want-
shoot
I don't want-
first.
I don't want your bird food that much. I thought you just rolled. I was like, what are you doing?
You
He
shot
stabbed you.
first. You shot.
All
All right, Han Solo.
But yeah, old Pappy's got some gorp for you.
Thank you.
10 credits a pound.
I will take.
A pound of gorp is a lot.
That's a lot
Oh,
of
never
gorp,
mind.
yeah.
Then I will take one.
I'm trying. It's probably about the same weight as dog food. Yeah. So. You yes, write all the gorp you could use.
Oh, is that what? Okay, I'm writing that
Sure.
as my.
You just you
all
spend
the
enough
gorp.
credits to spend all the gorp. I don't track your 7
Okay.
credit, 10 credit purchases.
Yeah.
Gorp, 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 gorp. I really want some gorp now.
When was
God
this
damn it.
happening?
Kind of want to try it because you guys keep talking about it.
Let's say this is on the way in.
Okay.
Yeah. I stay as close to the vehicle as possible because I want to keep Harmony safe. 'cause
Are
she
you
can't do that herself.
are you in Harmony?
I
What
was.
are you in right now? What are
Is
you
it?
walking
Didn't you
around
say
in?
keep the shiny knot?
Yeah, he says if you had your shiny armor is shiny and weird.
Mhm.
If you had, say, a glitter boy, you'd get far less questions about it, but you are clearly something people around here wouldn't have seen. And with people tech-minded and greedy,
I guess if she wouldn't care, so unless somebody stopped me, probably not. I'd probably be in.
Well, what are the other options? I mean, did we bring your old body?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I would say just be in
Yeah.
that for right now. You know, nobody wants to steal a hoopty. You know what I mean? So maybe just stay in that
Thanks.
stay in that body for right now, and then when we kind of make our way out of Char, or if anything goes south, hop, skip, and jump into
Okay.
Glitter Boy or
Okay.
Glitter Baby, whatever
Okay.
this one's called.
Then I
little,
would have.
little brother
Little brother.
or sister, it's up to you.
Yeah, I would have. I would have
Okay,
then
push out.
Little
sat my. Oh, a tiny human. That's what I call my nephew. But I would have put the suit sitting up in one of the like the seats that are down at the bottom, and then like covered it with a tarp, but you could totally still, or like a blanket, but you could totally still see like the outline. I'm just.
Merlin will buy some camo material and like make you a camo poncho for this thing,
Cool. Oh man, that will come in handy.
because shining armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit.
Yeah, so you all get to the hotel. Things have been, I'm sure, awkward.
Mhm.
Are you dropping off your stuff? Let's say you get the suite of several rooms joining one. foyer.
I'd stay in the vehicle with Harmony.
I'm just gonna follow Jack into his room.
I don't go into my room. I get my keys and then I go back outside
and I wait by the vehicle.
Then I'll yell at you in front of everybody else. I don't give a shit. We're gonna have this talk. She will come up to you and go, "We're gonna talk. Do you want to do it in public or in private?"
There are a number of people on the street at this point. It's nighttime.
All right. Have it your way. Let's go into a room.
Because Jover would like to be there as well.
Of
Fine.
course.
Halls, while MDC aren't exactly the thickest. But the rooms are hotel room. They're small hotel room sized.
All right.
Clearly, this was not the presidential suite, but has been turned into the suite that they have.
Yeah. All right. So I go into my hotel room.
I'm gonna follow and I'm gonna sit on the bed cross-legged. Why did you lie to me?
I don't know. I guess I'm used to it.
Because I feel like you could have just told me. We could have had it out then. Now I'm just kind of annoyed at you.
Yeah. It's what I do.
Fair.
People ask me if I'm part of them. I say no.
Did you fight?
Yeah.
In the war?
No.
Against the city?
No. My incident happened a while before that. So no, I didn't fight in the Tolkien War.
So how long were you with them?
I grew up there my whole life. Grew up in Chi-Town. You know, I built my life there. So,
That's all you knew.
long time. A lot of missions. A lot of missions.
And they killed your people?
Yeah, I mean they were my squad. You know, they were my family. So yeah.
I was gonna lead forward and go, I know, I was a part of a squad once too.
Yeah.
Most of them are dead.
Yeah.
So you hate them? The coalition?
Well, I don't love them. But I don't know if hate's the right word. The thing about the coalition is they do horrific things, but they're not all horrific people. I was one of them, and I was pretty horrific, but there were a lot of guys around me, people I met, who didn't quite fit the mold. What the coalition wants is, you know, perfect, the best of humanity, the best humanity has to offer. But at the same time, you know, they want you stupid. I don't read. That's not by mistake. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty horrible with some of the things that they do, but the people who just live there, the people who go out on missions, you know, they believe in something. That's why they do it. They're fighting because most of them, or at least in my experience, genuinely believe that they're saving humanity. But the people in charge, they're the ones who are fucked up. You know, they're the ones who are book learned. They're the ones who are schooled. They're the ones who know what's going on. And no, I don't hate them. I hate the Black 62. I hate Commander Carpenter. I hate Daphne and I hate Colette. I hate them, and I hate that blonde fuck that we met.
Howie.
Howie.
That jackass.
The fucking scumbag. I hate him. I hate them because they took my squad, my family.
So, you know, when I see other coalition, I'll fight them because they'll fight us, but I don't hate them.
Good. Are you sitting down? Are you standing?
Nah, he's probably sitting.
She's gonna go. Are you sitting on the bed or a chair or whatever?
On the bed.
Okay. She's just gonna move over to you, closely and like kind of put her hands on your knees because she's tiny. And she'll be like, "You're a good person. And good people do stupid things. I saw my entire city fall to ruin because people who thought they were good did stupid, horrible, awful things. We take down the ones who hurt people, and we make it stop. That's all we can do. But I trust you."
Yeah.
And I'll help you. If you want me.
Yeah, I do. I don't think I can do this by myself.
Then we're together. And if ever we get before that asshole leader, we all kill him.
I'm alright with that. As long as he dies.
Oh, yeah. Jovra?
Same. I do trust you, Jack. We don't see eye to eye, but sometimes, but I understand. I was in the, we haven't made it a secret that Iola and I were, but they separated us after we did
Yeah.
amazing things, but then they separated us, and then they actually wanted me to go recruit. Someone found out I'm part Amazon, and so they wanted me to actually go recruit. It's like, this is not, it's this system. So I understand how others just take advantage.
Who wanted you to recruit?
The leaders of Tolkien they wanted to win just to win.
Yeah, I heard they got pretty desperate.
It became their pride, their just to win to win. There were other ways to handle the situation. There were other ways to keep people safe.
And they chose ego over people.
Yes. And I do not like to say I abandoned them, but I walked away. And then I went to go find Iola.
Is that when the city fell?
The city fell a year later after I left.
That's good. But you weren't there, I mean. Because they probably would have just killed you.
Yeah, they tried to a couple times.
Yep.
I'm kind of hard to kill.
That is very true.
And so I'm here since you decided to tell the truth. And she gets up in your face like super close and she's like, "Don't you ever lie to me again."
Got no reason to.
Okay, and she'll sit back. Is because the person who saved me, the person who gave me a place to live when I was found on the streets of Tolkien as a young child, I thought was dead and might not be. They might be here.
Is that who's in... Oh.
And she's saying this loud enough that anybody who's around can probably hear it. She's not going to keep it a secret.
So this is like your family we're gonna go find?
Yeah, we had a disagreement. They stayed, and I left.
Yeah, I get that.
They wanted me to do horrible things using my magic. To people who didn't deserve it. No.
My wife left because of a disagreement. It was because of a book.
You were married?
Yeah. You're not supposed to read. You know, they don't let you read in Chi-Town. Well, they read. You know, it's like only held for like special people, obviously. The more fucking hoity-toity and important and with a spoon up your ass kind of fucking people, they can read, but not me, not my family. And I found a book, and then I found some more, and I talked to Helen about it, and she said, yeah, whatever, fuck you, I can read. She was actually really proud of herself. She taught herself how to do it. And she was teaching our son. And so I took the books. I hid them in an ammo cache. Like, a box of Eclipse, but, instead of the Eclipse, it was filled with books. I took it out on one of our missions. And I just made sure that it got hit, with a missile. And fucking evaporated everything. And then fucking destroyed it. But she knew what I'd done. So when I came back, she was gone. So I know what that's like.
Are they alive still?
Nah. I went looking for him. She got smuggled out of Chi-Town, real clever. I guess the same people who were giving her books got her out. Riffs just chewed her up. I found them. They were, I don't know, 20 miles out. I tracked down the people who smuggle. Killed them. I kicked down a bunch of the doors of the outlying city. That's why Chi-Town's got a whole bunch of slums. And ripped my way through there. Killed them. I tracked them back to her and Lucius, and they were just gunned down. All their shit was stolen. Then I just really got into my work. But yeah, you don't survive real fast out here when you're not prepared, and she really wasn't prepared. I think she thought, I don't know what she thought. She thought she could make it out here with just kindness. She was a really, really good person. But yeah. So I get it. If they're here, if your family's here, let's find them. I said the same thing to Harkins. If we can find his brother, let's find him. It's.
She's just gonna launch herself at Jack and just hug him.
He doesn't move.
Like super tight. And she's crying.
Yep.
I am so sorry. She would be proud of you.
Nope.
Yep, she would now.
Nope.
I think she would.
I have killed families. Nope.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because you made mistakes.
It's not mistakes. Nah, I blamed them. You know, the books, the knowledge, the outside world. I fell right more into everything the coalition spits. I hated them. I killed families because I fucking hated them. Nah, she wouldn't be proud, but
I didn't say who you were, Jack. I said who you are.
who am I now?
I think that's something you know. But I don't know about you, and if you've noticed, but you're a little bit different since you started running with us.
Yeah. I thought maybe, he kind of leans down to get quiet. I thought maybe, joining Castle Refuge might be a turn.
I think it was.
I think I'm done killing people for money.
I think you were done killing people for money a long time ago.
I've lost a lot of families to this shit.
I killed people too. I was 15 and I killed people. Groups of them. I don't know if they were innocent. I don't know if they were fighting. I was sent on a mission and I did it.
Yep.
I didn't fight on the battlefield. I fought off. I will always live with that. But all we can do is what we can do now.
Yeah.
And you're not a bad person. Even though you hate yourself. But I get that too. And she'll just hug him tighter.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna sit with him for a minute.
He doesn't move. He just sits there.
All right. How much time passes before someone else says a thing? Harkins, what are you doing in this time? Are you outside the door? Are you in the room?
No, I'm outside the door or whatever. I'm not there.
All right.
Muted, Max.
Yeah. I don't know if there was enough time or not, but I would like to look for the paint.
Yeah, you can go back out real quick and grab some
Yeah.
goods from a technology
Yeah.
vendor.
Mhm.
You can grab basics there's the equivalent of a hardware store that you can go to that has a sign that says special guild rates.
Cool.
You pay a slightly higher price.
Yes, okay. Monetary value was never exactly Hello's forte.
True, but you pick up some paint, you pick up some printing material, you pick up,
Yeah.
bits.
Jack,
Yeah.
you. My father was a warrior. Sometimes a just warrior, sometimes not. And he told me that he thought perhaps he wasn't deserving of anything good. That perhaps all his life was just going to be blood. But then he found a moment. And yes, you can be in darkness and you can be drowning, but if you reach up and you fight, you can come into something better. And he said, you will fall, Jovra. You will fall many times. Will you drown? Or will you rise? Will you pick yourself up? Will you realize that there are others around you who can help you stand after you have picked yourself up? So, Jack, you do deserve to have a life. You can give yourself permission to live instead of survive.
I think maybe one thing at a time. But thank you. Let's go find Iola's guy. And then
Go get you a
fix
drink.
hello. Yeah. And maybe that. I get up and I leave.
Do you go right to Roma's or do you go somewhere else?
Where's Harkins?
I was in my room, apparently hearing this without realizing I was hearing it.
Were you hearing it?
The door was open, right? That's what Kevin said.
Yeah, well, the walls were not that thick.
Yeah. Not at all wanting to intrude on what seemed like a bunch of people having an emotional heart-to-heart.
I could just see him go, no.
Nope. Nope.
No.
No.
Ooh, here,
None of that one.
family's dying. Ooh, I'm not doing this.
No.
I'm not
Being
doing
way
it.
slowly.
We just had to fight, make our way past dinosaurs and steel tree. I'm not. This is too much.
I'm gonna go
No.
take a nap.
Well, we're going to get your guy, right, Iola? We're going to find your person.
I think
Everybody's up
Roma's
for
is
that.
Yes, Roma's is a good place to start.
All right, then I just knock on Harkins's door as I
Yep.
walk by. We're going.
All right.
No.
Okay.
So we'll go outside, collect hello. Where's hello?
In the car, I think.
Yep.
Messing with their
Messing with her new armor.
What are you doing in here?
I am getting acquainted with Harmony.
Harmony?
Yes. And she'll open the door and you just see like paint. Like more places than it probably should be. And like
Yeah.
all over herself as well. But on the armor is still pristine and nice. It's just everywhere else. And
Oh.
on one arm going down the side it says Harmony, and on the other shoulder it has our team's crest.
Huh. So you painted him.
Yes.
Very cool.
Although armor has no gender. Yes.
Yeah, I tend to just do that. It's a thing with vehicles and shit. And robots, I guess. Huh.
Understood.
Do they talk? Like,
Not
do they talk
until
back to
I
you?
am in them. Yes, to me.
I want to look in its like face, kind of.
Oh, can I like? I don't know if it's like a thing I can do in a split second or whatnot, but can I put astral projection on the face so that it looks like it like kind of like how do I say it?
Like a hollow screen or something, like a
Yeah,
holograph screen in front of the face.
kind of, but make it go over it so when you
Oh.
ask it a question, it talks to you.
Ugh.
What you can
I
do
don't
is
know
use
if you
a
can see-
distant projector.
Okay.
Actually, we can say there's on the collar
Okay.
a light projector.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn that on when he looks at me, and then when he looks back at it, it's there. So
But what is on that face?
it kind of looks like somebody encased in carbonite. So it's just like super
Oh, Jesus.
like just like blank eye sockets and like people when they're like their skin
That
pulled
is
back like it's like,
creepy.
yeah.
So it's basically like a lawnmower man 3D
Yeah.
model of a
Yeah.
face.
Why?
It's been a long time
Oh.
since I've seen
Hello
that.
is just staring at Jack right now.
It's got the worst face I've ever seen. This is the worst. This is the most horrible face ever.
This is why robots and mechanics do not speak to you.
That's not why robots and it doesn't understand what I'm saying.
And then
Oh,
the face just
hello.
looks like sad. Like
Oh,
it's
shit.
reacting to Jack.
I have to go
Hello?
apologize to my bike, and I.
And I will turn it off if there's anybody else there, like behind him. You just see Hello's mechanical face just turn into a smile.
Iola, I believe, was that hello, what, throwing sass or throwing shade? Which is it?
That's throwing shade.
Merlin here. That wasn't shade. That was what we call a practical joke.
Well, yes, but also
Was there might have been shade involved. I'm
yeah,
not
there
good
was
on the
shade involved. I'm teaching Jovra what shade is and that there are different areas of shade.
There are
And
different
that wasn't-
shades of shade.
Yeah,
is what
that
one might
wasn't
say.
sass so much as throwing shade by way of a practical joke.
The 50 Shades of Shade.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He
All right,
looked as
yeah,
though
that's
he
closer to it.
needed cheering up. Did I not do it correctly?
No, that was great. Hello.
It's amazing.
Oh, I also, while I was
High
out,
five.
Giant robot arms.
It hurts a little, but not enough to like.
We've been practicing this, I have
Yeah.
a feeling.
yeah. No. Kevin, also if it's possible to have grabbed a sleeping bag on my way out.
Absolutely, you can find a lot of
Yes.
camping and other
Yeah.
equipment here.
So you guys would see under like help propping Harmony up is a rolled up sleeping bag. It's just,
Okay.
just sitting there.
It's just this robot that you're going to cover in a camo poncho, propped up sitting in our vehicle that you've covered in paint.
Oh no, it's beautiful. The
No,
rest
the
of it around-
vehicle
yeah,
has
yeah.
been covered in paint, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I am too. Like I have like rainbowed,
The interior of our vehicle has been redecorated,
or not rainbowed. I guess it would be.
which
black.
I'm not against. I think it's kind of cool. So we're gonna go to the what is it? Roma's?
Chromas.
Are you going with us?
Let's
I
do
think
it.
you should.
Oh, Roma.
If you would like me to join you, yes.
I would.
Oh, Iola, can you do me a favor?
Maybe.
You are able to sneak things out of places easily. Are you able to do the same by putting them back?
Probably.
Good. I have no stealth.
And she pulls back, and she'll pull out the sleeping bag.
Can you make sure that this goes to Jack's room?
Yeah, let's leave it in the car right now. I'll get it later.
Okay.
He's stealing my shit.
No, I'm replacing the one you broke.
Ah,
Because
yeah.
she this is her
I did
second
blow it up.
practical joke, remember?
Wouldn't it be
true.
hilarious if that thingy broke wasn't broken anymore?
Yes. Should get it.
Does it look exactly the same as the old one?
I was trying to go as close as I could. I don't know if I found
It is a
but-
different brand. The shade is slightly faded, more faded, and there is someone else's initials drawn with black marker on the tag.
Yes.
Nice.
Let's see
I'm
what it
so
says.
proud.
There's MG on it.
Yeah.
Good shit. That's what that is.
That's the quality entertainment people come to Riffs for.
All of my camping experiences, summer camp experiences.
Stealing other people's sleeping bags?
No, okay, there was this one time I had a red shirt and I came home and it wasn't my red shirt and I don't know how that happened.
Oh, that happened to me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you
Is that a
marked
cat?
your name in it.
Yeah,
So-
no, we did. Anyway.
So you come into Roma's and you come into it's kind of like a bit of a bowl, but with drainage and grates on the floors for things to get through. It's a rough crowd. And as you come in, you see a 13-foot woman with a single eye, just scowling over everything. And she's got flat teeth. She doesn't have incisors so much. Yeah, it's just enormous crushing teeth and just the most hideous face.
She has Cyclops, eye in the middle?
A single cycloptic eye.
Okay.
And her
Yeah.
skin is grayish with blotches on her arms and legs that are whiter, wearing a huge,
Hot.
apron and holding a spoon that two witches could use for a cauldron
She has an 8.
over her shoulder. She goes, "There's a table over there." And with that,
Oh.
we're going to head to break.
Good to know.
Hey!
Hey, we'll be right back after these
Hi.
messages.
Not my greatest cliffhanger.
Feeling.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy, the chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the party.
We're doing a thing.
Welcome.
So, on this episode of Riffs, Blood, Sweat, and Chrome. No, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome.
Blood, tears, and chrome.
Actually, it could have been Blood, Dirt, and Tears, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Blood,
finally-
love, and tears.
Blood,
Because there's
dirt,
also a
dates,
whole
and
lot
tears.
of
Blood, dates, and tears.
Whole
Blood,
lot
dates,
of
and
dating going on in this
Yeah, 3 of them.
goddamn
Wow.
Rift's dating sim. That's more. To be fair, that's more than any RPG I've ever played. Like I've never had that. Where
What does that say about you?
it's a lot more blood in our
Okay.
games. Is a lot more blood.
Jovera,
Sure.
that is shade.
Yeah, it was good. That was shade.
I think Michelle knows that.
Is that hot cocoa you're drinking, Michelle?
Oh, you
Damn
beautiful
you.
person.
God
By the
damn
way,
you to hell.
Nice.
I have grapes now.
Stop eating ice cream in front of me, Kevin, as if you just doing
I'm
it
not.
like you don't even care. Oh, what is
I'm-
it?
I bought a pumpkin pie, and my wife was like, "Oh, you
The
want to have that
chocolate's
pumpkin
not
pie?
enough.
I'll make some whipped cream."
Oh,
So
well,
it's
you
just
just
like
ruined the
pumpkin
pumpkin
pie.
pie.
It's like whipped
Covered
cream
in
with the
whipped
side of
cream.
pumpkin pie.
Well, 20 minutes ago,
That's
we
the
didn't have whipped cream.
Best way.
Whipped cream is disgusting.
No.
Unpopular
What is
opinion.
wrong with you?
Unpopular opinion. Whipped cream is
Ugh.
disgusting. Let's move
More
on.
for
Let's
me.
move on.
That's a man that's only ever eaten Cool Whip. All right.
Yeah.
So the group had finally discovered the chrome in Blood, Dirt, and Chrome, and traveled to Char to look into a person named Riley from Iola's past. Iola and had a talk with Jack about Jack's past, and Jack opened up. Or I'd say Jack just more like didn't stop himself.
He just kind of like
Yeah. I
word
think that
vomited.
was. Yeah, a little bit. He stopped himself to a degree, but yeah.
But he
There's
didn't,
more?
you know. Everyone has history.
I'm also secretly a Splugorth. Surprise!
I was, even though I never knew.
I'm also 3 vampires standing on top of each other. They're very small.
Are you 3 tiny vampires standing on top of each other wearing a trench coat?
There goes my next character.
The
idea.
middle
Thanks.
one always
Sorry, I'm
jumps
sorry,
out.
Kevin.
That's how we get you. We open the coat and the middle one jumps out.
This is they can fly. The top one stays there.
This
All right.
yeah, the top one.
So anyhow, the group is in Char and had made their way to Roma's, a bar, tavern, speakeasy, everything. The meeting place in the city of Char, which is basically a bunch of rival gangs at each other's throats, and a operators guild that controls quite a bit of the city. So, the group made their way, was yelled at by Roma, the enormous Cyclops, that there was a table open over there. And the place is pretty busy tonight. You see a bunch of other, what clearly are gangs, one with green vipers on their biker jackets over. They have green biker or black leather jackets over their armor. Everyone here is wearing some form of protection.
Do their black leather jackets have green snakes on them?
Their black leather jackets have green snakes with red eyes.
Tunnel snakes.
They are vipers.
No, tunnel snakes.
They're the green vipers.
Fallout.
Oh yeah, the tunnel snakes. My cat's
What was his
Buddy.
name? Buck?
I don't remember.
Shit. Butch. His name is Butch, that little fuckhead. That little shit. Alright, I'm sorry, continue.
Okay.
I ate his body. Continue.
So anyway, there's another table of what look to be a couple of them have like cybernetic arms with like steampunk gears clearly glued onto them, and wearing two of them have giant cogs on their backs. This would be another gang called the Gearheads. One guy who's got like a partially chrome and like a partially
They're cyber turtles.
partial cyborg has like etched into it a chrome into his cybernetic skull helmet.
Is it like teenage cyber Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Actually, none of these people look older than 25.
Huh.
And
All
there's
about
a
these
couple
guys.
other gangs in the city too, but we're not going to go into each and every gang because they're not the biggest deal here. Now, sorry. Now, there's also a finely appointed man who is very fancy looking. He's wearing a sharp suit, and he's talking with a woman who seems to be very nice and kind of like giving him the
Hmm.
where he seems to be trying to charm her, and she's just like, okay.
I'm trying to wait
Stage
you
right.
out. Yeah.
Exit
Well,
stage
clearly
right.
they have some kind of. You can tell that there is some kind of not like romantic relationship, but relationship is the word for what it is. It's just not like a. There's some kind of business between.
Yeah.
them, I'd say more so than anything else.
She has to tolerate this experience.
You also see a couple of other people there. It's pretty hopping. There is another man who is like covered in grease stains and has like a burn mark on his MDC arm from what is clearly some kind of soldering fire that he started. He's clearly one of the operators, and he is just like angrily staring at people. Immediately next to him on the bar is what can only be described as a goat man who's wearing a flannel shirt. His big bushy chest is coming out. He's got the goatee. He's got the rounded horns, and he's just talking to this guy who's not saying anything or looking at anyone. And it's just that most green and gruff voice. It's like, nah, those bastards. And it's just like the grumpiest guy to ever sit at a bar.
Grumpy goat.
Yeah, there's a grumpy goat man at the bar.
We have to
And-
make sure not to scare him or he will faint.
Yeah.
Well,
He
he's
will
not that kind of goat.
He will scream and faint.
Wrong goat.
Please make him that goat.
It's like the goats that we scared at the other game.
That will be my next character.
Fainting goat man.
Fainting
Everybody
goat man.
roll initiative. I think.
You roll a natural one, and he's gone.
And he's fainted.
And he's gone.
It's one of
Dang
his
it,
moves.
Jeff.
One of his moves is feign death. So they just the enemy leaves him alone.
You find a couple of
Dang it, Jeff! Not again.
you find a couple of Psy stalkers there that seem to be having a nice time amongst themselves. And Roma comes up to you and says, "Well, what do you want? You want food? You want alcohol?"
Iola?
Yeah. We'd like that, and maybe a little information.
I don't do information here. You talk to these people around here.
Your customers?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I don't know. I'll be back with your victuals. You have a pleasant day.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
And Roma storms off into the kitchen. You hear her just like yelling, "I told you, more victuals!"
I wonder what the victuals are gonna be.
What are victuals?
Food.
Normally animal.
No,
Can I
it's
roll-
just
can I
a
roll-
general word for food.
Just, okay.
Oh.
I just think of Beverly Hillbillies, and it's normally like possum.
Yeah.
It's available food.
Okay.
I go and sit down,
Yeah, there's
and I want to
food
start.
is brought out to you by someone else, and it is a delicious looking plate of like a roast rabbit with potatoes, and actually sweet potatoes. And there is another plate brought out with like some kind of what looks to be like is a lobster just a crawdad sized like a lobster.
Which
Is
is,
that
a
just
lobster.
a lobster?
That's pretty
Basically
much just a lobster.
Yeah, kind
It
of.
tastes a little bit different.
Yeah. So it's that. It tastes a little bit different and has like weird blue spines on the shell.
There's blue on lobster
Well,
shell.
I know there are
Everything.
blue lobsters,
I'm so proud of this place.
but I don't know crawdads.
I'm eating up that rabbit.
The food is spiced amazingly. It is very delicious. The herbs are fresh. The sweet potatoes are the perfect mix of mushy and not.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get what you pay for. Yeah, that's what he said.
And in this bar, there's a number of people who look like they are in the know. The gangs definitely know things. The goat man, a couple of people come up to the goat man and like try to like talk to him, but he like is like, I'm not here. Like, I'm not here to talk to you folk. I'm not here to do business. You want business, you come to yard.
You didn't see any.
Iola, how do you want to play this? There's a
Wanna
couple
talk
of
to the
different ways.
gangs. I want to look around and see if there's if they're here. I'm assuming they're not, but I'm going to look around and see if they are.
There's a skill called Find Contraband.
I haven't.
Also, Streetwise might do you some good, but
I
Find
have
Contraband's really,
Streetwise.
you want the people in the know will be the people who know how to get you anything.
I was going to ask if I could assess the room anyways.
Yes. So, if you would like to use that to assess the room, or assess it how?
I'm looking for people who are obviously criminals and looking for people who are doing things that are probably illegal.
Okay, so illegal is
I'm
relative.
casing the joint.
The woman at the bar, who's an attractive woman with curly long brown hair and a very angular bone structure, she might be something more than human or not human. She seems like the person here who's probably not engaged in some criminal activity.
Yeah, I'm looking for the social connections between people to attempt to see what they're trying to achieve within the pecking order. Like, I don't have a specific question.
Gotcha.
You know,
the
yeah.
Vipers, the Viper gang is clearly in a better position. The guy who's talking to the woman is part of the arms dealers.
Okay.
She is high up in the union, in the Operators Guild.
Yeah.
You pick all this up pretty quick. Let's see. That's Earl Pierce is talking to her about buying cybernetic parts. Lamont, the man at the gruff goat man, knows everybody because he is the scrap dealer in town.
Yeah. I think you want to talk to Lamont.
Some people
the
suggest
goat.
he's a coalition spy, but he has like spit at them and bitten their armor. If you do, he is.
Okay.
If you sent a spy, a goat man is generally not the thing you'd use.
It feels like you want to talk to the goat or the woman. Are the two highest ranking people here who might hear something.
Actually, looking around, there's one other person in the corner, and you can see there's a feline-looking woman who looks like knows their magic. You can see on her hand on her slightly clawed hand is a series of rings with from what you know, would be different it's like a copper, platinum, some other metal wire that's braided together, which you've seen enough techno-wizardry to know that the only reason to do that is aesthetics or because you're trying to get a very specific spell off.
Yeah.
And I believe that spell is Power Fist.
Or that mage sitting over there by herself in the corner.
We could split up if you want. If you give us the descriptions. I don't know if you guys want to play like, spread out.
Kevin, I never built a description of Riley. Do you have one?
Riley's about a 6 foot tall. You did build a description of Riley.
Oh, I did. I can't remember.
Riley's about 6 foot tall, lanky, kind of narrow bone structure. They are non-binary, and I've looked this up like 6 times because I keep going back to the chat between us. They wear decent armor, but nothing. Their goal is not to be outlandish and stand out. So they tend to blend in more than anything else.
Okay.
What's the race? Human, alien, quick flex?
Human.
Okay.
Humalian.
Yeah, they're human.
Bright green eyes, longish reddish brown hair. Last you knew,
Oh, right,
was a
I did
sucker
give you a
for shiny
description.
stuff and annoyed by flattery.
I totally forgot I sent you that. Dang it. All right, good to know.
Yep. This is why the search feature in Discord
It's
is useful.
super helpful.
Not as useful as our sponsor, Roll20.
Thank you, Roll20, for sponsoring your usefulness.
I'll go ask the cat. When you guys want to, is that offensive to say? I'll go ask the woman.
You're gonna go ask the woman who does magic? Okay. Have fun.
I mean, this has nothing to do with magic. It's asking for information. Wait, why? Do you think she's gonna mind fuck me?
Yeah, maybe.
Jover, can you go talk to the lady? Jover, can you come with me and go talk to this lady over here?
I will activate my mind tattoo and then go, yes, Jack, I will go with you.
Okay. And I want to go over to the lady with the rings because that sounded interesting.
Harkins,
Yeah.
will you go with me?
Yeah.
Hello is sitting at the table with the food that she can't eat.
I mean,
I was actually gonna ask, is there any other like robotics or like helper droids or something? I don't know, just
a
around.
lot of robotics.
Oh, helper droids, like those little boxes in
Yeah,
Star
like
Wars.
I'm totally
They're
picturing like we're in the
my
cantina
favorite.
right now.
Those are my favorite.
Like-
Lamont does have 2 skelebots that you
Okay.
can see the heads have been like completely removed off of, and mannequin heads have been put there.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm totally trying, like, I'm watching how people react to them and like their interaction, and I'm trying to emulate as much to be as under the radar as possible. And if they don't talk, I don't talk.
They
Like
do
that
not
kind of thing.
talk.
Like, yeah.
None of the robots here would be talking.
Okay. So then I'm just going to look mindlessly staring at food that I cannot consume.
Hello,
No,
do you want...
you will be watching Sarsig, and I'm sure Wild Bill is going to eat.
you
So
have
like
to
I
keep
have Wild Bill under one. So I've got like Wild Bill under one arm as he's like ravaging a plate.
You're babysitting right now. You're
Just like-
babysitting the babies.
Watch our pets.
I am okay with this.
Familiar
I could see Zarsig like just like laying over top of like,
Being lazy.
yeah, just like I'm just gonna curl up and watch from a higher vantage point on top of the TV screen.
I'll go.
She will do that if you let her.
Does she find the warmest part of the TV screen?
Oh
Am I
yeah.
on that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Dragons are
Like
just
the
cats.
like the
They're super
tail like
greedy.
flipping in front of her face.
Lazy, greedy. They have really
Yeah.
bad tempers. Dragons
Yeah.
are just cats.
Yeah.
First, we're gonna go with the feline-looking woman that you approach. She isn't exactly. She has a very light color, very. Her fur isn't like pronounced, and she has. Let's see.
Is she like a
almond-shaped
Khajiit
eyes.
kind of from Skyrim? I
Yeah,
always
basically
imagine
Khajiit.
Khajiit. That's the first thing
Yeah.
my mind goes to.
A cat-like tail extends from the base of her spine, covered in the same golden blonde hair that covers her head and runs down her spine.
Oh,
So she has a little more of a bit of a mane. She's not full.
she has like
Fully
flesh on her
filled.
hands and stuff.
Let's go with no. I like it better as a Khajiit. So yeah, let's go with a full, just
Go
full out
Khajiit. Like a. Okay, cool.
like a golden furred Khajiit.
I want. How would I approach
I
this?
have wares for you. No,
I am from elsewhere. Excuse me. I really.
eyes as you approach, and she's like,
I don't mean to be an ass and interrupt your eating, but you look like someone who kind of knows what's going on in this town, and I'm new, and I'm looking for somebody.
do you need any? Here's a question, and it is not a disqualifying one. Do you need any hardware work done? Because speaking to me might not be the most wise choice for you. But if you need anything else, every adventurer who comes through here has spoken with me that I know of.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you asking me if I need?
I'm
Oh,
saying.
do you want me to buy something from you so then you'll talk to me? Is that what this is?
Yes, it is now.
Okay, because
Please,
I
have a seat.
genuinely didn't understand what you were trying to slyly tell me
Oh, I
a
don't.
second ago, and I sit down. All right.
She
well, I
leans
don't know.
forward and is just like kind
not-
of business. It's called, I don't know, business flirting. Like a woman who works at a jewelry counter.
Oh, yeah.
Blurting.
I
Flirt,
think
little
it's
flirt.
because he's here to do something. It's
Yeah.
just completely glossing over him. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I can maybe buy something. I don't know anything about magic shit. That's what she's here for. She's just here to make sure you don't mind fuck me. But
I
Joker,
would
do you
never,
see anything? Yeah, that's what the last one said. Do you see anything of interest here, Jover, that you want to? I don't know. You got like
She pulls
magic
out
stuff?
and unrolls a series of
Oh, look at that.
what look to be like useful tools. There is like a magic powered laser scalpel, which costs 1 PPE and runs for 100 hours of just being on. There's
Techno.
she tells techno wizard tools, but not weapons, and she sells techno wizard survivalist gear.
Interesting.
You notice she's not selling a single weapon. She's not selling a single vehicle. She's not selling anything. Well,
that's of use to me.
Well, survival gear and other things are of use to you, but nothing that could be. Well, you get the impression she's selling nothing that might be seen as competition in this town.
Oh, right. Because of I have something called recognized weapon quality. Would that help me in this instance, or no? Because it's specifically not weapons.
Roll it. Let's see. Let's see if it will or not.
Also, I don't know if wilderness survival would help me more.
No.
I have appraised goods.
Appraised goods.
That's probably better. That's probably more so. I got a success, but it's a 31 out of a. Also, yeah, so we both.
Where is it? I'm not seeing it.
But I feel like Jack doesn't know much about techno wizard stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe Jover would know more about that.
Yeah,
than me,
he thinks they're lick wizards.
So I'm probably Cassidy's a lick wizard. I doubt all the other techno wizards lick shit in order to make. Do they?
No. Jack,
You know,
they
I
don't.
have a question.
Now he's
and this-
questioning himself.
I have a question, but this may sound weird. I know
she says,
somebody.
my name is Paradigm.
Paradigm. I'm Jack. Nice to meet you. And I just shake her hand.
She gives you the very gentle hand.
Okay, I shake her hand.
Ooh,
I met
strong
somebody.
arm.
Thank you. I met somebody who, in order to use these things, she has to lick them first.
Ooh.
Is that like a regular?
Why?
I know. So I thought that was a different thing, but is that also a techno wizard? Because I thought she was a lick wizard. Am
That
I
is
wrong
not-
about that?
Many techno wizards have
Quirks.
foibles. Such
Well, you don't have to
as-
make up words.
How would you
Quirks.
say
They have
quirks?
certain quirks.
Quirks.
What's a
All right,
word that's
got it.
been thrown at you a lot? Habits.
Hey, you, fuck you, stuff like that.
Habits. We'll say habits.
Okay. So people have different
Almost
habits in which
very
to do
expensive.
things.
A lot of this is super expensive. She has some very basic techno wizard stuff. She has one thing that she looks like a kind of a wizard, like a whistle with like something you might click on it. And it's a whistle clicker. Part is a whistle and then a clicker patterned after the World War II crickets carried by Allied paratroopers. Throck, would you like to tell us more about this?
Would you like to know more about them? They
Yes,
were only
actually, 'cause I have
primarily
no idea what they
used.
look like.
Okay, so they're about this big. They're made out of metal, and when you click them, they go. That is what they sound like when you click them.
And it's very
Like
loud, so
what's-
that could be heard over distances, right?
It's like dog trainer things.
No, they're not
Oh.
super loud. You could probably hear it from 30 or 40 yards away. They're not hyper loud because you don't want everyone to hear it.
What
But
was
if
the
there's
point
somebody,
of them? To signal
so
your allies?
yeah, so they were used on D-Day, the night before D-Day, when two divisions jumped into a very small part of Normandy that had like a bunch of Germans in it. And so there's a lot of hedgerows and a lot of small towns. And so if you're on one side of the fence and you don't know who's on the other side of the fence, you take out your little clicker and you go, and then they would click back if they have the same thing.
Holy shit, that's terrifying.
The
Oh
only
my god.
The only problem is the German rifle sounded like that. The bolt action on the rifle kind of sounded like that.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's called
Whoops.
Car 98.
Somebody got
Yeah,
fired for that.
It looks like that with a little whistle and
Super
but it's got
nerd to the rescue.
No, super useful.
That's
And
fucking cool,
interesting.
yeah.
There's a small quartz crystal wrapped in wire inside the whistle instead of a little ball.
What's that do?
She says this is useful for warding off animals.
Oh.
It can cast the spells, repel animals, or thunderclap if you use the whistle to repel animals or the clicker to cast thunderclap.
I cast thunderclap. Sorry.
This is extremely useful to drive off packs of small animals. They are terrified by it. And,
Okay.
It has literally saved lives. I invented them myself. I call them whistle clickers.
So with my role, can I tell that's actually
Oh yeah, useful
worthwhile?
thing, straight up good TW. She out here in the boonies is selling them for 10,000. You know that like back at Castle Refuge, you could probably sell them for twice that. If you were like selling them specifically, well, if you had a good enough market. The problem here is she doesn't have a great market.
So
You're telling us is that we should become suppliers.
Oh,
And
good luck. Go for it. That's a whole other game.
just kidding.
oh my god, being smugglers in Rifts would be so much fun. Holy
It's
shit,
like
that would
being truckers
genuinely-
is being smugglers. There's
Yeah,
no
that's
difference
awesome.
in Rifts.
Rifts truckers. I love it.
There's something called the Techno Wizard Lightning Train.
We
But
all
anyhow.
like shit that we find.
So I ask her how much the
This
whistle.
will go for about 10,000. I will sell you this for 10,000 credits. Unless you have some excellent trade goods, in which case the price can be negotiated down. Credit's not very useful here for us.
Let me see. I don't have a lot.
Yeah, basically any Techno Wizard survival she can sell you. She doesn't have a ton of it on her because it's very expensive. And she says, but you know, I know things. If you're looking for information, I probably have seen a thing or two.
Well, let me actually, because I don't know, how your deal is. So let me spit you the description first, and then maybe you can kind of vary how expensive that information might be to give back to me. How's that?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so here's what I'm looking for. Somebody about 6 foot, lanky, human. They're probably laying low here. Green eyes, brown hair, but who knows? They might have changed that at this point. Non-binary. Does that mean that you're not sure what gender they are, or
It
is
just
that
means
like a
that
gender fluid kind of?
They are neither.
Okay, then they're So non-binary. And probably would have. How long ago, Iola, would they have maybe come into this town, or do we have no idea?
You had
Oh.
heard 6 months, maybe?
6 months
So-
is what I'd heard from because
They-
I heard about them from the girl at the thing.
Okay, and maybe could have arrived about 6 months ago.
I unfortunately do not have a lot for you, but I do have something. We shall say 200, and I shall give you what I have, and that will guide you. Who you
Okay.
need to discuss with next.
Done.
Okay, very well. I have seen this person. They traveled with a few others, 2 others, and the most adorable tiny robot.
Tiny robot.
They had 3 of them, but they only one working, and it needed a new power source. So they discussed with the guild, sold off 2 of the 2 non-working robots, and for a power source for the 3rd.
And they were making their way out of town.
Yes, they did not seem interested in my equipment.
How long ago? This was about 6 months ago, I'm guessing.
Yes,
They
I
came
don't
into town.
believe they stayed long. I could be mistaking them with someone else.
Shit.
How? And that is possible. As she slides the cred chip
That's
into
fine.
her
Yeah.
robes.
Okay.
Dress. I don't know. Robes. She's a techno wizard. She has some robes.
It's got some. Yeah. Puts it in a pocket dimension. I don't know. Wizard
Actually,
stuff.
yeah, no.
Wizard stuff.
No, she just puts it in her robes.
So much the wizard stuff.
Okay. These tiny robots. They look like they were built for war, built for fighting, or built for like
Well,
something
the
else.
chain gun on its back says something about it.
Oh, okay. Well, there is that, right? All right. Well, I don't know, Jover. Do you have anything to ask?
The other people
Hmm?
they were with. What were they like?
There was the big, the cyborg, and the dark skinned man who was wearing that sweaty thing they wear inside of a power armor.
Clothes?
I mean, the armor inside of. He smelled like he had been traveling in it for 3 days without getting out.
This was a human?
Yes. I didn't talk to him or them.
Human
Everyone
empowerment.
called the cyborg Big Mike.
Big Mike.
That matches
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say there's a word we've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Her name.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you. And
Yes.
they talked to
They
the
talked to
operators.
Lamont. They dealt with Lamont, and they also dealt
Lamont?
with the guild.
Perfect.
Lamont's the goat man. She
Yep.
points out.
That's good because they're already hitting him. So, well, that's excellent. Thank you very much, Paradigm. I appreciate it.
If you have any other needs, I
We know who
am
to come to.
bored.
So, Heaven, Jover still has like a few gems and a couple of like crystal things. Like, would someone like her?
She would.
find-
Absolutely buy them. If you show interest, a techno wizard out here probably has a kind of limited supply. Unless they have a dedicated supplier. But she seems interested in doing business if you're willing to sell some things. If you show interest in that, she won't open with that. But if you go, I have some things, she'll be like, oh, really?
I am interested in a trade,
Oh,
and I sit down and I bring out like some of the jewels and a crystal.
the tools are nice. I think the crystal catches her eye immediately. Did you have a value on any of that?
No, it's for Jover. It's different for the crystals and the gems because it's more of the stuff that from her grandmother's, like that she's been using for trade and stuff.
Yes,
But
Like,
yeah,
I immediately go to it's her grandmother's scrap yarn of
Yeah.
tools for
Mhm.
projects that were never going to get finished.
and some jewels and
Yeah.
some crystal parts. Yeah.
So, and you're looking to trade it for the whistle clicker?
Right.
She will easily give you the whistle clicker for 7,000 worth in trade, which is an enormous discount from what it regularly costs or would cost in like a big town.
And what does she want in trade?
Mostly raw materials, but if there's some half-finished projects, she will look at them but might not be able to use them. Especially, I think your grandmother was a crystal
Still-
wizard.
Yeah, she's not going to bring out any of the unfinished
Yeah,
projects.
so none of that's useful to her.
Yeah.
None of the tools are especially useful to her, but the raw gems, any crystals,
in the crystal.
especially crystals.
Okay. So basically it's going to be the last of like the little crystals and the unrefined gems that Jover has.
Gotcha. Yes.
And then how much?
Oh, that will more than cover what she's selling it to you for.
Oh, okay. So we can trade.
Yes. Credits are not immediately useful out here. Very few people actually take them. For anything besides small amounts.
So we have a deal?
Absolutely. Let me buy you a drink. And she waves over a waitstaff and gets a very fine drink and wants to talk about where you found these crystals and stuff. If you're interested in talking, I would like to discuss about this crystals, which we can,
I can do. Yeah.
kind of idle chatter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Unless
Oh.
you want to talk about these, unless Michelle wants to talk about these crystals with her.
We can cut over to
Gotcha.
cut to
All right. So, who was approaching Lamont?
Perkins
Oh.
and I.
Yeah.
All I heard with that whole thing was, Denarian, don't work here. Only money.
Only money.
Yeah.
Money.
I'm just waiting for somebody going, want to buy a death stick? Like, I'm just waiting.
So
My
you,
brain is on overdrive with Star Wars right now.
So you walk over to Lamont, and he is just talking to the guy next to him who's not really responding about like, no one. Like they keep going, oh, you must have been a spy. You must be a spy that must have sent you here. And I'm like, have you ever been there? No, it's bad, just terrible.
It's
It's the worst.
bad.
It is real bad.
Back.
I have the
Yeah,
Wicked
the
song
dog
stuck in my head.
boys. The dog boys. Oh, he's just nipping at you.
Dang, boys.
Excuse me.
What?
I don't think you're a spy.
Okay.
And I was hoping you'd be able to help me find a friend of mine.
Now you have very high stats in certain things.
Yeah, I have high PB.
So, what is it? Charm Impress?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that to see if he is.
I don't know.
completely
How
put
do
off
I
his-
roll that? Do I just
Roll a
D100?
d100 and get under it.
Oh, under 30? Okay.
Get under it. Get under it.
Is it /R or R/?
/R space.
Thank you.
Also on the side of the toolbar where you can open up the dice roller,
Nope,
there
did
is
not
a
do that.
D100. Why am I not seeing everyone's rolls? Let me
That's a 70.
exit game and rejoin. 70. He's like, nah. Nah.
I love this fucking guy. He's the best.
I love everybody in here so far. Like,
I mean, are you
That-
sure there's nothing that you could possibly need that could convince you to
What do you
help me?
got?
It depends on what you need.
I buy scrap. That's what I do. I'm the scrapper in this town. I don't need it.
But do you need something for you, maybe?
Sometimes chew on it.
Something interesting. Something that might bring up your status a little bit.
I think that would bring up my status in this town is about 15 bullets. I didn't hear what you said.
Said if that's what you wish.
No.
And I'm gonna pull out that pocket watch that I stole off that person back in like forever ago. I think it was in Merktown.
Yeah. Oh, wait. A pocket watch you stole in Merktown or something?
No,
Or-
no, not the
not-
cameo.
Okay,
The
good.
pot,
Just
the
making
watch.
sure.
Yeah, no. I don't
oh,
let
yeah.
anybody have that thing. Mm-mm.
You pull it out and he's like, that's a fancy piece.
So, I think that it would look very nice on you.
Are you selling it to me?
Just for some information. That's all I'm asking for.
What kind of information?
I'm looking for someone. A friend of mine. They're about 6 foot tall, lanky, reddish brown hair, green eyes. Came through here about 6 months ago. Went by the name Riley.
Give me the watch. I got something.
Okay, I'll hand it over.
He snatches it like right out of here.
You can
Like,
have it.
He's grabby.
Matters nothing.
He looks at it. He's like looking at it. He's like, nah,
Right.
fine.
find it.
It is worth quite a bit. You can see, like, but to you, it's worthless unless you
I mean,
use
she
it for
stole
something.
it, so it's
Yeah.
like what else?
Monetarily, you could probably sold it for more than it would have taken to bribe him, but he's also very hard to deal with. Yes, all right. So, it's Riley, but they're dumb partners. Just had these pup bots, these little bots that they had found. They said, I didn't ask where. I don't care. I bought them from them. They said they had 3 of them. I bought 2 of them. The other one still worked. That I took the power cells out of one of the broken one, put it in the new one for him.
Who are the partners?
There was some dumb cyborg, Big Mike, and some other guy. What was it? I don't. Hakeem.
And when did they leave town?
A little under 6 months ago.
And do you know where they're headed?
I don't.
Yeah,
I-
you do.
Okay, so south.
That way.
They
It's like the Cheshire Cat that way.
I
That
overheard.
way.
People forget I can hear them when they're in my shop. They're looking for more like this.
Mention
More
a
like
place
that
they were
papa.
going.
He said something about Atlanta. I didn't ask. I don't care. I'm happy I remembered. Real happy.
Thank you. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Wait.
Yeah.
He's looking at the watch. He opens up the back of it and sees. Oh, right. Fine. It's a good piece. They were looking for more Neiman stuff.
NEMA?
Yeah, that's what the bots that they sold me said.
Did they say anything about themselves?
I don't ask.
Fair. But you listen.
I heard the sound of the leg. Needed to tighten up the servos.
Hmm.
You walk in the swamp long enough, it gets rusty. You're not even noticing unless you're paying attention to it.
Anything else I should know?
The time of day? I don't know what you should know.
Thank you then.
Go away.
I like him.
He
I was
doesn't know
gonna
how to
be-
deal with pleasant people.
Iola's gonna be cheeky, and she's just gonna go kiss him on the cheek and then run away. Just because she knows he'll probably hate it.
I have cooties now.
Yeah, so gross. Why?
For the record, that
Poison me.
that
Give
man's
me
attitude,
cooties.
that man's attitude is exactly why I did not choose him to go talk to, because that was gonna end in one
That
of
would
us
have been
getting thrown
so
through a
bad.
wall.
That would have been
That
so
would've been like,
bad.
where are you fucking
Yeah.
cock?
I
I
would
hate
have
you
responded
too.
to you much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank
he
you,
was.
Harkins.
Here's the thing. It's pretty clear that he was referring to Texas before, where he came from.
Yeah.
So there's a thing with mutant animals in Texas.
Yep.
Yes, he is silly.
But yeah.
Nice.
Uh.
So I got some info. How'd you guys do?
You were here about 6 months ago.
Yep. They left town.
They went south, possibly to Atlanta. They're looking for Nema goods.
I looked at hello. Like Nema good? Like what we were just doing?
It appears they found the robots. Probably where we were.
Interesting.
Yeah. They must not have gotten very far down.
You know, this person, Riley, right?
Yes.
Good people.
And you kind of feel it. I mean, like,
Okay. Like if we reached out and said, "Hey, we know a lot about Nema. We happen to know somebody who knows them really well." I don't want, I wouldn't want to put hello in harm's way, but I don't know if maybe they would just genuinely want to come and talk about it or not. I mean, shit, we're connected. We have something to do with that place. Or that company or that, whatever the fuck it is.
have I told you about how I grew up?
No.
Have I told you about how I got so good at what I do?
Oh, is that Riley?
Yeah. Riley's
So
a thief and a good
Yeah.
one. Riley stayed behind. We disagreed about the war. Especially after the Sorcerer's Revenge. So
Okay.
I wouldn't know now.
So we should be careful.
I mean, I suppose you could say I'm a good person now, but I don't think I've ever been a good person, Jack.
Oh, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about them.
I know, so if I'm not a good person, they're definitely not.
Gotcha. All right, then. Harkins. can Wild Bill track people who aren't vampires?
I mean, kind
I
of,
mean,
but not anywhere near as well as a vampire.
Okay.
They said something about Atlanta, and we're planning on going there anyway. So maybe we'll
Yeah.
find
I'm just thinking for when we
info
get there,
about them there.
how to smell them out, but
If they were there 6 months ago, there ain't no bloodhound on the planet who's going to be able to track them down.
yeah, well, I'm thinking if they're there and they're camping out for some reason, if they're doing something, maybe we could. But I mean, we have instruments. One of them is a cyborg. One of them is running around in power armor, so they can't be too hard to miss, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess let's track them down the old-fashioned way. Let's go to Atlanta.
Earn it.
Oh, by the way, hello.
Hello has sent the food back to be rewarmed, so it's probably coming out shortly reheated.
With spit on it, thanks.
Yeah.
Because you sent it back.
She
No,
wouldn't know.
here's the thing. When you asked to have it brought back and rewarmed, the waitress was like, I'm not doing that. You will eat it the way it was prepared.
Or she will beat me.
Yeah, I'm not doing that for you. I'm sorry.
I pull out money. I don't know. I just until she says yes.
She's
Just
like,
pull out
well,
money until she brings you new food. Just ask for more food.
The
I mean, if
same
she
food
suggests-
again. The same
If she
food again.
suggests it,
She's like, I'll just, and after like 300, she'll bring you just
Yeah.
a new set of $50 of food.
He said 300 credits.
She's like, you're still, okay.
and she's just staring. Still Wild Bill. Still Zarsig on her head.
Zarsig probably would have been eating.
Yeah, there's not
people
much
are-
left.
Yeah.
But yeah, she will bring you more food.
Hello, don't forget that when we leave Char, make sure to, pop a shot of the stars. We can still get some money out of this. All right, well then next stop Atlanta, I guess, right?
I'd like to go to the stables.
Head on down to the stables. Let me find.
Like stables, like horses?
Staples
Yes,
for
like
staples.
horses, like other
Nice.
beasts of burden.
We need to get some office supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to look for a bird for Iola.
It is in fact
Why
in the
would that
husk
be?
of a ruined stables.
Why wouldn't they just?
A
Why wouldn't they
bird.
just repair it and make it the stables?
It's an old office supply store that they have put stalls in.
That's
Oh my God,
amazing.
yes.
Yes.
So it's stables in the
stables
refuge
in
of
the
a staples.
Staples.
Yes.
I love it. I love everything about it.
Have I mentioned I love ribs?
There is a Psy Stalker there, and just all the animals seem like the most relaxed and chill. And the Psy Stalker is like eating. Actually, no, the Psy Stalker wouldn't really be eating. It's just like feeding one of the chickens, going around feeding the chickens, shoveling,
Talk to that
shoveling
person
things
by
out. It looks
myself.
like a one-man operation.
I'm not leaving you guys alone with that person at all.
I'm not gonna
It's
talk to
actually taken up a good amount. There's some larger pens out back with some really bigger things that he is willing to sell. He's got a couple of basically riding lizards, which are like scaled chocobo.
Yes. Oh my god, that's amazing. How
I
fast do
love
they
it.
go?
They are the same as what the Simvin ride.
Running lizards. Big
Yeah, he's
old
got-
running lizards.
Running lizards. They'll move in the upper 50s, but they are more maneuverable than even a good hover cycle at that speed.
Ooh. Harkins,
Yeah.
are you immune? Are you do you get hurt from Sty Stalkers? Can they like suck your whatever? out
I
of
would
you?
imagine, yeah.
Like Kevin, do we know that? Like, can a
Yeah.
Sty Stalker hurt Harkins?
Psy Stalkers, if they cut someone,
Okay.
can drain their ISP and PPE.
Then when
Yeah.
we go to talk to this guy, I will just stand in the front. I'll have me and Hello. Hello will be next to me, and we'll just be basically like just a natural barrier between him and his food, which is basically the three people behind us. And then you guys can ask him whatever. But I think naturally that's just where I'll be.
Okay. As you guys approach, you see him, and he's trying to think of how South Carolina or North Carolina accent.
Yeehaw! Just say
Justin
yeehaw.
McElroy.
Well, he's West Virginia.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
It is not. No.
I'm just being a jerk.
No, I can't place one. I don't know anyone with one.
Maybe
so
maybe he literally just talks and sounds like you,
no.
Yeah, maybe.
and he's not from here.
He's from the South.
Okay. Get along, little doggies.
No. Well, hi there, folks. Hi there, folks. How can I help you? Well, that's a little too gruffy. He's not that old and crotchety. He's a little older.
Welcome,
Pale white
Raiders.
skin. Has kind of like a flatter nose. Just like his teeth aren't like filed to a point like some size stalkers do. He does have a couple of sharp fingernails. But he just seems like he's wearing like, what would he be wearing? Like a light overcoat armor, like a Brannigan riding armor without the like hard plate underneath it.
Like my coat, but not
Yeah.
with the armor underneath. Yeah.
He's like, what can I do y'all for now?
Hello, what were you saying?
What?
No.
Greetings. We were interested in some of the creatures that you have for sale.
Oh, good. I got a large variety. Like, not quite a menagerie, a bit smaller. I got some. I could get a riding buffalo. I've got some of the riding lizards. I've got 2 Spitfire leapers, which are real Spitfires in their spirit and in their leaping. And I got a wide variety. Looking for something to ride, something to eat, something to befriend.
Befriend.
So I'm good for all of it.
Perhaps a bird or such.
Well, matters on your bird. I got your just average chickens. I got some carrier pigeons. I got they used to be called messenger pigeons. I got like 3 of them.
More something that could become a familiar, perhaps.
Oh, okay. You're looking to bond with the thing. All right, I got a few. A Spitfire Leaper's a bit of a Spitfire, but as if your personality's getting right along, you might be able to handle them. That depends on you. I will sell it to you, but I will not train it for you. I don't have any abilities with bonding. I'm not quite a. Well, I don't know no magic. But I know creatures of magic, but I don't know. I got a couple of creatures of magic. I got a couple of things. But yeah, you looking for anything specific? I got some large birds. I've got some small birds. I have.
I'm looking for the pretty blue ones that are in the forest.
Oh, one of the azures. Yeah. I'm probably the premier dealer of those in this region, and this being the region they're in, I'm probably the premier dealer. I mean, so the Spitfire Leaper one like jumps from one side of a cage to the other with like the minorest of maneuvers, and then spits a fireball at the cage, which goes into the side of the cage.
I mean, that's amazing.
How big are they?
They are 4 feet 6 inches long.
Ooh.
It's enormous, like.
It's taller it's longer than Iola is tall.
Yeah.
What is it, like a little lizard?
Yeah,
Is it like
looks like a long lizard with like a animal beak, with like a bird beak kind of,
It spits
and
fire.
like chicken
I love
legs,
it. I love it.
but it's long like a ferret, and
Weird.
it opens its mouth and smoke comes out of the side of it.
Love it.
It's like a
let's
tiny
see.
dragon lizard ferret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not tiny, a large one.
Oh, like a medium size.
Yeah, he says I can get you a baby one, but if you want, let's see. So this azure here, I got azures. Yeah, I got an azure for you. That is, you know what? I got so many of them. I can let it go for about about 50. It'll be docile. It'll be
50,000 or 50? This is Kate asking. I don't know what that
I know
means
he
when
didn't
says
specify
50.
either.
Yeah.
50.
Oh.
You see, like there is a cage, about man-sized cage, with like 4 of them in it, and he's like, I can give you the glove it's used to being on, and it will come back to that glove. That glove is what it knows.
Isla's gonna walk over the cage.
Yeah.
And look at them and see if anyone catches her eye. No, like that, exactly.
She
like
throws
that.
her eye out and
Well,
This is like when I got my cat. Well, one of my cats.
All
I
right.
was walking by her cage and she just looked at me and meowed pitifully. I'm like, okay, I guess you're my cat. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
that
One of
kind of
them
thing.
is on top of a perch, and another one is hanging down from that one. It's not on the perch. It's like how hawks hang from other hawks sometimes.
okay, I want that one. That one's awesome.
The one on the bottom or the one?
The one on the bottom that's just like hanging off the other bird.
How hawks hang from other... I'm looking this up.
they like hold hands, like talons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's birds are
It's like
weird.
a trapeze artist.
Birds
Oh,
are
don't
like tiny
be
dinosaurs. They're
stupid.
awesome. Anyway, so
Basketball. Googling hawks is pointless.
yeah, bad idea.
I literally Googled hawks hanging from other hawks. I'm not seeing anything.
I'm gonna try to like get its attention.
Oh, there's one with a hawk smashing another hawk's face into the ground. That's awesome.
You try to get its attention, and it looks at you. It looks at you, kind of tilts its head. It's upside down at this point. Its head tilts like 180 degrees or 200 degrees. Looks at something, looks back at you, kind of looks at you and goes,
You want to go with me?
"Do you have anything in your pockets?" Oh, you've got shiny stuff in your pockets.
I have so many shiny things in my
It
pocket.
kind of looks like it's.
Do you like pretty things?
It flaps its wings slightly,
I'm gonna
and
pull
its
out.
wings give off a bit of a sheen in the light.
I'm gonna pull out a diamond.
It looks very intently at it and starts like it's pecks at the glass, which is MDC glass right in front of it.
Yeah, this can be yours. I want that one.
All right, I don't really name them, so you
She
can
likes
you,
the shiny. She's mine.
you can figure. Yeah. I mean, it's a
What
lovely
color
bird.
blue is she?
She
She?
is. Sure.
Or
if-
okay. that's
yes,
fine.
that one's a female. It is a. Just a picture of a hawk sitting on a chicken, being like, "Yeah, I killed it. What?" She is a deep, like, kind of closer to a cobalt on like the main crest, but towards the edges it becomes like a faded sky, kind of silvery.
That's pretty.
She's an incredibly cool looking bird.
I'm gonna name her Cayenne.
Like a pepper.
Like-
Cyan.
No, Kyan for kyanite. It's a type of gem
Oh.
that looks like that.
But it's also
Cayenne pepper.
onomatopoetically close to a red pepper, indeed.
Yeah, sure.
Or the color cyan. Okay.
Cyan's a blue.
Love it.
Cyan is a blue. I'll do it cyan then. Is that better?
What is
No.
this
You
thingy?
don't make pepper jokes about my.
No, I'm gonna
shirt?
make pepper jokes up either way.
Your
It's fine.
bird is spicy.
He reaches in and the bird just like goes to take his fingers. She's got an attitude. All
I'm
right.
gonna. Can I
It's perfect.
try?
Yep.
Yeah, like all animals love side stalkers. They are like, but this one, when you put your arm out, he puts the glove on your hand, and it just like immediately goes out of the cage very quickly and like sticks its head inside your coat and pulls out a little chain, like a little gold chain, and it's just like,
Oh, we're gonna leave that right there right now, but I'll show it to you later.
it doesn't like try to eat it or anything.
Oh, just playing with it. Okay.
Kind of like claws at it with one claw.
Are they like magpies, kind of? Like they like to like steal shit and they like shiny things?
Not
Perfect
always.
bird for you.
This
Th-
one
this
seems
one
to
just
have a
has
bit
a-
of a personality.
I would like to comment that this is the perfect bird for Iola.
Yes.
Because it also likes shiny shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's perfect.
He
I'm
says,
gonna train it to steal. I'm gonna train her to steal. Fuck yeah.
He says, now it's a bit difficult to get him to do exactly what you want unless you've had some time training. I can give you some files on falconry if you've got a vid player.
Yes, thank
Do
you.
you read?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a book, and it's like not falconing for dummies, but like let's see what the best book on falconing is.
Falconing for Dummies. Damn it.
I kind of like falconing for dummies.
It is a falconry manual. And it is called, and there is another one called The Art of Falconry that
I
he
want
will.
the art of falconry.
Yes,
that sounds
it has
awesome.
like a medieval illuminated manuscript looking cover. Volume 1. He does not have Volume 2. He says, if you get through Volume 1, I'm sure you can figure out Volume 2.
I'll pay the man.
Wait, there is Volume 2.
He just has like a bunch
The
of
book was written in Latin by Frederick II, Holy Roman Emperor. Okay. I'm sure the art of falconry hasn't changed that much, to be honest.
Probably not.
Yeah. But yes, the Holy Roman Emperor from 1196 to 1250 wrote a manual on falconry, which you now have. So, you have this and some videos. So you can put on you can add to your sheet a skill called falconry, which you will start at base percentage of whatever the hell the base percentage of that skill is.
Oh my god, that's an actual skill? Holy crap.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Well, the game is built on the bones of a medieval system,
Oh, that's fair.
and it's built on the bones of a ninjas and super spy system. So yes, it has
Nice.
so much. Where's my list?
And then if you can learn the spell, there's a familiar link spell. If you can learn it, that will help you.
Well, does Jovra know it or not? Would it be a thing? Well, no, Jovra's had her familiar forever, so she
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
have ever
something
needed the
Jover knows
skill.
how to do. I mean, Jover's had Zarsig. Yeah.
Oh, it must have been in a different system. I will look up the falconry stats later.
All right, I don't
But,
think I
but
need it.
Iola's
cares?
been around Jover long enough to know that if you want, because Jover's going to be like, are you going to want her as a pet or as a familiar? More like me and Zarsig?
I'd like her like Zarsig, but I don't know how to do that, so
We can work on that. But you've seen how I interact with Zarsig. You have to make sure you respect their personality.
I think we're gonna get along just fine.
You got a cattle prod him.
No.
No.
All right.
How could you?
Well, she's conductive. Look, she's made
She
of
likes
metal.
shiny things like this, and I'll pull out the diamond and like kind of hold it up for her. to
I'm
play
just
with.
saying,
She
one
pecks at
electric.
it and just like gnaws on it a little, but isn't like actually is being careful not to like crush it.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Would
like
she like my arm?
your
or my
arm smells
eye?
like oil and
Yes,
human.
it does. Yes, it does.
Not really.
Okay, good.
It's
Just
not
making
just gonna.
That way I don't have to fucking swat a bird away from me all the time.
So now we have 3 animal
pets.
companions.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
You finally let Iola get one. She's only been asking for one forever.
No, she has.
Well, this is
Now
Well,
it's
she
yours.
asked for a pterosaur. She asked for something else, and this is the third thing. She said.
Well,
She
I
asked
think
for
this is the most reasonable of the
Yeah,
things
no, this
she
is the
gave.
most
Yeah.
reasonable.
Mom.
Fair.
Mom finally agreed that yes,
Yeah, Mom Jovra finally said I could have one.
yes.
What do you? Are you like gonna give it a leash?
No.
The gold chain.
With the glove,
Alright, I
it
don't know
will
how it
always
works.
come back to that glove. It sleeps on the glove.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
You just sleep with the glove like on your chest, and it just like.
He does
Well-
warn you that if it breeds, any offspring not raised near the steel trees will not have the metallic properties.
Interesting.
What
But
about
this one will
food?
continue to have the magic properties as long as you as long as it's alive.
Any special food or?
It'll eat what it eats. It will hunt for food if you're in the middle of nowhere. It will hunt for small lizards. It will hunt for
Okay, so it
anything.
eats meat and stuff.
Yeah, like Zarsig.
anything that's smaller or slower than it. Yeah.
I totally heard what you were saying. Like, it eats small things, like Zarsig. I'm like, no.
No, it's smaller than Zarsig.
Zarsig would
smaller
eat that
than Zarsig.
fucking thing.
No,
No.
no. It could get away from. Well,
I'm
Zarsig
going
wouldn't
to
eat that thing.
introduce them though,
But
because I
it
feel
wouldn't-
like they need to become friends.
They need to become hunting buddies.
Yeah.
Yes.
They,
Mhm.
you know, that's gonna take some time.
No, yeah, it's like introducing cats. We're gonna
Yeah.
slowly do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna
Through
feed them on
doors.
separate sides of a door.
Mhm.
exactly.
Jackson Galaxy's gonna come in with a guitar case full of toys. He's gonna tell you you're not doing a good enough job paying attention to it
Because you never do.
because you're not. 'Cause it's a cat.
Fair. Yeah, it's fair.
Your cat needs to be just concentrate, just hold it in your arms 24 hours and tell it it's pretty every 3 minutes, and you'll be fine.
No, fuck that. It's
No, you-
cat.
That's not enough.
No
So I got my
thanks.
cat another cat, so they have friends, and I don't have to give them
I
quiet.
got
Doesn't
my
always
cat.
work.
This one did. It worked this time,
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. but no, that doesn't always work. Fair.
So, anyway, thanks for joining us for Riff's Cat Care.
Yay.
Next
And
episode,
bird
Dragon Cats.
shopping.
Yeah, bird shopping.
Bird shopping.
Bird shopping.
Now, as you are all leaving this town,
Mm.
are you stay the night, you get your stuff, you leave in the morning. I see no reason, unless you guys are looking for anything else. Do any of you need a heart hospital? Do any of you need cybernetic implants upgrades or changes? Do any of you need any major work done?
I am going to kill the goat man.
No, you
you're
are not.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna roll prowl to do it.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I do need to see if I can sneak in and replace the
Yes, the sleeping bag.
Sleeping
All right,
bag
give me a
with the-
prowl.
I'm sleeping in there. No,
So
he's getting really drunk.
I was gonna
He's
say hello.
definitely getting
If
sad drunk in the bar right now.
if
Without a
Hello
doubt.
knew that Iola was gonna do that, like if Iola had said, "Hey, I'm gonna go do that," Hello would have taken him to the bar to make sure he stays out.
I'm drinking with hello. Drink your poison.
This is the worst.
on one
How do
side
we
of you, Lamont has left. On one side of you is Hello, and on the other side of you is the guy that was ignoring Lamont.
And you've been here
We're
for a
all
long-
just quietly drinking.
That's
Now-
good because my prowl check was crap.
That's fine. So as I'm
It's-
talking to this guy, I go, as Iola walks behind me to go up the stairs, say, "Fuck out of my room, Iola."
I promise I
Say,
will.
Without looking. Okay.
Okay.
You've been here for a long time, guy.
He does not talk to you whatsoever.
Awesome.
Totally lied. I want
like
to
it.
go in. I'm going to go into Jack's room and switch out his.
Okay,
sleeping
you
bag.
do. It's
Hello?
easy enough. With him being drunk, your prowl
And I'll
check
also
is
tell
plus
hello.
100.
I'm like, hello, mission achieved.
I could just see you standing over the balcony, like.
Hello.
Over on one side of town, you hear
Oh,
the sound of laser fire, as it seems like
Okay.
two gangs are getting in a skirmish.
Is this
I'm gonna
Crazy
stay the
far
fuck
away.
out of that.
It's
Is this nighttime in this town? This is what happens.
yeah.
Those sounds mean nothing to me because that's just chill. Gunfire is fine.
Yeah.
But I wanna turn to hello while very drunk. Hello. If we find your body, right? Are you gonna be done?
How so?
Well, if we find your body, then you're done, right? You gonna go to Castle Refuge and just kind of live there, and I mean, there's no reason for you to be out on the road anymore, really. You found what you're looking for.
Not all.
Hmm.
I have found people I used to care about greatly and possibly dead, but as I do not know. And Jovera has said that there is a possibility that they have survived. My task of searching is not yet over.
Maybe you guys are in the same tubes, right next to each other.
According to my visions, he was crying outside of my tube.
Well, you saw him then. That's
Not
good.
in this last vision.
Oh. Well, we'll figure it out. And then, when we do, we find your body, we find your husband, we bring you back to Castle Refuge, then we hook you guys up with a bunch of money. And then you're good. Just fucking get out of this shit, man. This place will fucking kill you. Castle Refuge, I mean, it's probably gonna be there for at least a little bit longer. Probably your lifetime if you're a person like me. But eventually that place is gonna get fucked. Just get out while you can. Fucking find something. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm drunk.
I have a question for you, GM.
Yes.
I am able to read cyber mechanics and such, right?
Pretty well. When they're attached to people, it's difficult, but you have some skills in knowing cyber mechanics as well.
So if I wanted to hook up to Jack's cyber mechanics, would I be able to do that?
Depends on what you're trying to accomplish. He would definitely get a save.
Yeah, memories.
Oh, so you're more trying to get an object read off of it.
Not the eye.
Now,
Basically,
the thing
yeah.
is, with cybernetics, it's
Yeah, because he's got his eye.
He's kind of hooked into him. It's kind of part of him now.
Mhm.
So it's more like trying to read a person.
Could she do that? Could she look into
It's
my...
difficult. What specifically are you looking? Anything specific or just a general?
I was not in the room when he was talking to Iola and them,
Uh-huh.
and she has noticed that he has been off since yesterday.
Oh, so you're looking for his
So-
immediate memory? I don't think he would have recorded that. Well, here's the thing.
No,
The cyber eye would have recorded only if he told it to record, and I doubt he recorded that conversation.
it may not have been. No, it's more just like he's been off lately, and especially after yesterday, he's been more off to her. So she just wants to maybe it's a more general thing, but just because she doesn't quite understand emotion, she would understand electronics more. So
No.
possibly if that had like
The
Like
electronics haven't been actively maintained in 2 days. He has skipped a day of regular maintenance.
okay.
However,
Mhm.
using your psionics, you get a little bit more of a wound, but it's softer. Like before, his aura was a little harder.
Mhm.
But now it's more like if you're looking at what appears to be a solid piece and you zoom in a little more, you see cracks in it. That's just
Okay.
kind of all you get from your psychic
Yeah.
visions. Is
And I mean, I do have sea aura, and
sea aura is not going to give you
It's not gonna-
too specific things.
I
without
also have
actually-
empathy.
Well, empathy you get is
Yeah.
I don't think you need
Human
very
stuff.
hard to.
No.
Although it might help understand. Using that might help understand. Might help hello understand.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so these are what those emotions are registering as.
Which
He's
she would
sad.
probably do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very sad.
he's sad,
That's- He's just very sad.
but he's a little less guarded. He's more paranoid, but less guarded.
Yeah.
Hello is going to kind of raise her hand for the bartender to come over. As she's seen Jack do like 100 times.
Yes, friend.
Can we have one more drink for Jack?
As long as someone's paying for it.
She'll put the
The
on the
cradle.
table.
All right. He goes in, another
Buying me some poison?
Poison, it may be. But you seem more. I don't know. But you seem to need it.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just the night of this. Tomorrow I get the headaches. That'll keep my mind off it.
That is what I'm worried about.
Don't worry. Soon we'll be moving again. Just gotta keep moving. And I down whatever drink she bought me.
It was the same thing as what you had.
Yeah. Somewhere between a whiskey and a Mountain Dew, which is a moonshine.
Oh, God.
It's a
What
moonshine,
the
like
fuck?
the original Mountain Dew, which is a moonshine.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We'll
She'll
just move.
She'll put her hand on your shoulder.
I am here if you need me. Jack, I know I may not understand much when it comes to emotion, but you are my friend, and I do care. I know that much.
I'm gonna hug hello. But she's a TV. So I am gonna wrap my arms around her. Big metal arm too, because I'm shit faced.
And little teeny tiny, like.
No, the
Oh wait, those
big.
are big. They're big, but like come up underneath.
And so the bartender is beholding a grown man hugging a television robot.
bartender
And I think that's a
smooths
good-
down his sideburns and
Beautiful.
his green sideburns. He just smooths him down with his fangs in his mouth, otherwise human looking. He's like, it's a strange sight. As he floats away slightly.
Yep.
Shall we call it there? Is that a good?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
a
good
good
spot.
spot.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for bluffs, riffs, blood, dirt, and chrome and feelings. Where our two stats are blood, dirt, and chrome and feelings.
Yes.
All right, so gonna go. Thank you for joining us tonight. Just another quick shout out to our sponsors: TabletopLoot.com, RueInc.com, Roll20, and So Nerdware. We thank you all for the continued sponsorship and wonderful friendship.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna go around and give our little outros. So starting with Jovra.
Hi, I'm Michelle Ely. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle Ely, and also hanging around the Discord, where it's a wonderful place to come out and talk about things and all that type of stuff.
All right. Up next is Iola.
Hi, I'm Kate. I'm me in midair on the Twitters and also the Instagram, which I am trying to post more on, but we'll see. I like to hang out in the Discord and play games with these fun people.
Okay. Up next is Hello.
Hello. My name is Maxine Bachman, and you can find me at That Girl at That Place everywhere except for Instagram, where I'm Lady Skyburn. You can also find me on the Thread Raiders channel on Sundays from 4 to 7 every other Sunday. And I will be at PAX Unplugged this year. I'm so excited. For the first half, you can find me at the Norse Foundry booth. And at the second half, I got my schedule in today. I will actually be GMing games for Wii in the game lounge. So yeah, come find me, and I'm super excited to see you guys. Also find my stuff on Nerdy Chicken. I sell owlbear dice bags. So
It's little
Waving
arms.
is the cutest thing.
this one is patriotic because
All right. Harkins.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sean, also known as Harkins. You can find me on the tweeters at ThrockPlays. Next, you can find me tomorrow on our Drop Point Nights, Blades the Dark game, and then on Friday on our D&D game at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right. And Jericho.
Hello, everybody. I'm Evan. I'm Evan Jennings64 on the Twitter and Zombie Love Juice on Instagram. And you can find me running the Blades game tomorrow. And I'm always here doing the Rifts game on Tuesday, right? Is today Tuesday?
Tuesday.
And I run a game on YouTube on the Beyond EMH channel called When We Were Evil. And it's an evil campaign that's disgusting and awful.
But we love it.
But I'm very happy with it. And that's it. That's it for me.
All right.
And this was a great one. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yes.
I've
one
got
was
you
awesome.
guys. There's some fights coming. It's just
I play role-playing games to roleplay, so I love it. Like
Yeah.
I
This
love
is
body
so good.
count, but like this is the shit when
Yeah.
I'm not murdering. This is what I like to do. This
And
is-
Evan dropping that crab on us out of freaking nowhere.
Ah.
Thank you.
I mean, there's a difference between the
good.
GM knowing your past and your character just holding that crap in for like ever.
Thank
Shit.
you. I wanted it to hurt.
Guys are well, it did. Thanks.
Thank you.
so. My name is Bisonic Kevin on the Twitters, which I try to go into a little more now. Still gives me a lot of anxiety though. So you can find me tomorrow night on the Drop Point Nights, where I will be playing a mysterious ghost / thief. No, thief who can ghost.
Thief with ghost
It's a
powers. Yeah.
And we'll see. Let's see what else. You can find my. Oh my god, I'm gonna get it wrong. You can find my wife's work as she designs knitting patterns and produces some yarn at lattesandllamas.com for some amazing yarn work. It's great stuff. And so beyond that, thank you all for joining us. And we're gonna go raid Dice Priori, it looks like.
Yeah, Fox Barrett, our mod, is over there playing in a Firefly game. So we're gonna go say hi. Bye, everyone. We love you. Bye.
Next time.
I'm just watching the screen. I won't see this
We're
part.
gonna do the thing.
Okay, there we go. And we're-
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait, okay, there we go.